so I am beginning. Let's do it. I will start by placing this this warrior squad over here. Cool.
Oh, that's my side.
What? What? No. How dare you? How dare you place that 15-point trash unit? No.
I wouldn't call it trash. It does the work of the gods.
I will place a Zoanthrope unit. And we're gonna place them, I think.
Yeah, don't forget that these ruins are not obscuring in
Yeah.
the typical sense. Yeah.
I'm gonna go and click this a little bit. Yeah, I strongly dislike that, by the way. I have very strong feelings about not a tray that doesn't do what it says.
I do too. And
Yeah.
I think I don't think I've met anyone who actually agrees with that stupidity. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's no point in just playing with this terrain, practicing for a tournament when we don't play with the terrain rules.
Right, for sure.
Mhm.
Alright, I'll do something like that.
Cool. Have a destroyer. Right here. To you.
Nice. Place. I think we'll put these guys in the back like this. I'm gonna lower the ruin speed, by the way, because they're like they float above the table. I'm just gonna do that so that I can see my bases. Okay, we're gonna do that. Thank you.
Good. I have a destroyer who will be out here and potentially fly back in to safety. There we are.
Wow. It's like you get 2 movement phases.
Exactly. It's just I might spend 2 minutes on my actual deployment, but I spend like 10 minutes on my...
That is, I've always appreciated that about Necrons. Like, they might score really well, but at least sometimes they take an age on a clock.
Yeah, it just playing with Votan, for example, they're just so undynamic by comparison.
Oh, for sure. Just like move forward, shoot laser beams, go.
Yeah, it's just also the fact that just going back to moving 5 inches. This is Death God level of slow.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, I liked it. Like when the codex is spoiled, people are like, "Oh, are they like slow like Death Guard?" And you're like, "Actually, almost exactly, because they also have the no modifiers. It's like move 5-inch movement, no modifiers." Just classic.
I mean, compared to Death Guard, at least they do have some fast moving stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I mean, you can build an Alpha Strike Lift if you wanted to.
Yeah, yeah. The bike's going like a million inches and then a million inches again. And it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Cool. I'm just gonna use the shadow of for the flyers just to check whether they're off the board or not.
Yeah.
Like this. You're just gonna into the corner.
Cool. Love it. I will put down these Venomthropes, I think. It's not really a reason not to put them. Not touching. Cool.
Just gonna place the second fly.
This map is like wildly bad for me. There's like no way to hide from pregame moves. If Necrons go first, they just die. Cool. I will place down these guys. I'll start putting some characters down, I guess. Here's a Hive Tyrant. He'll go next to his friends. Whee! Look at me, I'm next to my friends. Right, you?
Okay, I'm gonna counter this by placing a Plasmancer.
What? What? Wild.
Dangerous of all counters. Kill him.
I will place the Neurothrope. Just go in the back, I think. Cool. That's you.
Going to place the red unit of Tomb Blades over on this side here, right next to the wall.
Cool.
Like this. There we go.
Okay. Put these guys down. Go over here. We go on the side over here. Cool, we'll go there. Yeah, I really don't like these terrain layouts, chat.
Okay. It's going to be another unit of Tomb Blades.
I understand that people are playing them for UK TC events, but like
here for the time being.
Like range alphas are just too powerful in these maps, I think.
Yeah, like this.
Cool. I will place down the Tyranid Prime. I think he's gonna stand over here. Cool.
Okay. So you still have Brute Lord and Warriors to go?
Okay, that's correct.
I'm just gonna put the Heavy Destroyer right here.
Cool.
See you.
Okay. Put the big warrior unit down in the middle. And a shocking turn of events. Stand across in the middle objective. Okay.
What happened?
What the fuck?
Deleting unnecessary things. Please wait. That kind of was necessary for us.
Everything disappeared. Gonna rewind, I guess.
Well. TTS just being magical.
That was insane. I've never seen that happen before.
Me neither. Deleting unnecessary stuff, like everything.
Yeah, and the entire table goes away. Okay, that seems fine, I think. Is it like even worth trying to hide this unit? It's physically impossible. I guess we will, just in case. Can put a guy here. Okay.
Ready. No, search,
Opened a portal
just
to
the
hell, yeah,
annihilation
chat.
barge right over here.
I didn't do a prediction. Let's do a prediction.
And then just your bootload, so I'm just gonna continue. Just going to continue.
5 minutes. Cool. Yeah, we'll just drop the Broodlord somewhere stupid.
Exactly.
I think that he is just gonna go over here. Could go outside, but that's asking for trouble. Okay. I think we could get characters killed by planes, but I'd almost rather the planes shoot the characters than they shoot the warrior bricks.
He's not afraid of your warriors.
This feels so unwinnable. I don't know. Like, I just have to eat like 6 rounds of shooting before I get anywhere.
Yeah.
Because he just like shoots me turn 1, and then he shoots me turn 2. My whole army dies. Like, okay. Maybe my drop unit can come down and do something.
One more barge will be. I could honestly this barge can go further up, and we will have this barge be in this position, and then we just have the double done. Do I want to potentially have the option Zoanthrope and Zoanthrope? So 29. Right. Where did the Broodlord go?
He's right here.
Oh, sneaky.
He's super sneaky.
Sneaky
Sneaky boy.
Let's just see. From here, 24, right out in the open. That is quite nice. I do appreciate that. If I'm here, maybe just outside. I don't mind that too much. Just gonna see what happens.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just gonna place them centrally and then just take a look. Where's 24 from here? That would be more or less safe. Yeah, we'll just take a look.
Cool.
Cool. So,
alrighty. The big roll.
It's a 3.
2.
It's a 2.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, the start game button disappeared.
Yeah. Let's just take a look here.
Sick. So. Thanks, TTS. You're the best. What happens if we spawn a new one?
Through here and like here. Can still. Okay. That spawns stuff. Just click and confirm, but it kill everything again?
Nope. Yay.
Okay.
Now we have a start game button in menu again.
And then we...
Nice, we did it. Yeah, I don't think I can win this going second, I'm gonna be honest. I think that I have to make my opponent like shoot the Hive Tyrant and hope he biffs it, basically. Is like the game plan. And then I can kill the flyers, and then like we have like maybe a game plan. But if he plays super cagey and just shoots me all game, like there's nothing I can do. This seems like unwinnable, I don't know. Oh my god.
No real reason.
This map is so bad. Alright, chat. Definitely not moving to UKTC for T5S2 fence.
More like this line through here. Yeah, that's a bit iffy. So, kind of would only have...
Pre-nerf AdMac? Yeah, it's a little bit like that, for sure. Like, the fact that it's like a gunline with a pre-game move. But, like, honestly, it's fine, unless it can see your entire army on turn 1, because you have no, like, reasonable line of sight blocking. Which is how it's happening, how it's going.
Can't quite reach there, can't quite reach there.
Oh, we should roll off for pregame stuff.
Yeah.
I got a 2 again.
So, 2.
Okay. I'll just do Zoanthropes, I guess. Feels bad, but whatever. That sucks too.
Yes.
Now you can just choose whether or not he commits into.
Roll off. Sorry. We just have the basic setup here. Just need Sun Storm turn 1. And then everything else is just the same. Conquering Tyrant will always be active. And Sandstorm is turn 1 protocol, fetches 30 plus managed movement. And yeah, you pick the 3 in the center for treasures. And then I just redeploy stuff.
Thought having mission independent terrain was a good idea, but then ruins oriented aren't good. Except this is mission dependent, chat.
Can you spawn deployment zones?
Yes.
Okay.
You're on teardown, right? Or not? There it is.
Just put it.
Nice.
So.
Did it remove the objectives? That's helpful.
I
think they get buried because the map is a weird height. Yeah, cool.
It is, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it's I honestly, it's like probably fine. Oh my fucking god! Are you kidding me?
I'm not even. Did you press anything?
I did not press a single thing. I was talking to chat.
That was just the weirdest. Huh.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Okay, this looks like a long game.
This is awful.
White. So. Anyway, we were about to redeploy stuff. So for these people, we had the 24 inches.
Yeah. So TTS, I guess it's hitting this bug today where it considers like everything on the table like a duplicate or something, and it just deletes the entire game, which is been wildly frustrating.
If I was
I think maybe I did turn on some mod settings,
nothing, having an empty first turn,
which I'm gonna turn off, which might help.
What can you do? There's no real reason for them to expose
I think
themselves,
it's something to do.
We're not there yet.
With how the UKTC like layout files are stored, because I had problems loading them in the beginning, and I had to turn off my mod caching. And I think that is what happened. That's something like that is happening. But to be fair, I think this terrain is probably fine if you're not dealing with redeploys and like turn 1 deep strikes and stuff. It feels like, I don't know. It feels like the people who developed the terrain like just forgot that you could like there are like pre-game moves. So it's like, you know, if I get shot by airplanes or whatever, it's one thing. But the fact that I can get shot by his entire fucking army on turn 1 is gonna be like, okay, cool. Guess I die. Whatever.
Able to shoot this guy if he was here, like maybe.
What's up? Yeah.
Can I just give him? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we would have a second one. Being.
If only this was obscuring, chat. But it's not.
See an additional one.
Then I could put a guy behind, and then I wouldn't have this idiot sticking out. There's literally no way to prevent that from happening. No, this is
maybe, but it does give us the
this is
option
UK tournament circuit layout. I don't know what Alpha League is using.
And here shoot something that could work. So essentially, I just want to have this guy redeployed so he can essentially get to this position. So roughly this angle here. We don't need other redeploys, if we're honest. Just in case you don't want to remove them. Nah, that doesn't matter. And that does not matter. We can just put him a bit closer. Just for...
Oh, is it the same map set? Yikes.
The man who's have to be behind the game.
That's a big yikes, chat. It's gonna be a yikes for me, dog. I mean, I guess I could put my entire army behind this ruin in the back, but then I'd also still just lose to Necron objective scoring. You have to play like wildly aggressive against Necrons, otherwise they win. So I think there's a universe where I just like put everything on the line. Like I don't even care about line of sight blocking terrain. I don't know. Maybe High Fleet Leviathan sees me through.
these Tomb Blades to go a bit further up. Going to have probably simply going to have
It'd probably also be fine if I went first,
gonna get these
chat.
guys up.
Because then I can take like the middle terrain, and it's much safer.
Up over here.
But going second against this Necron army sucks.
You can.
Plus, he can Ancient Machineries on my home objective on turn 1, and there's nothing I can do about it. Because there's no line of sight blocking terrain on the objective. If I put the Broodlord there, I just lose him. So if I try to prevent the turn 1 Ancient Machineries, I just lose my character. What a bad matchup. Do I feel like I should not be able to be shot turn 1 at all? I mean, kind of, honestly. I don't think you should be immune to shooting turn 1, but I think it should be very difficult to shoot you turn 1. This is much too easy. Like I think that you should have to deploy like into particular spaces to not get shot turn 1. So you shouldn't be able to like deploy wherever you want in order to be protected. But I don't think that you should be able to lose like a significant quantity of models before you take any game actions. Yeah, like outside of massive footprints for sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, come on, first stuff.
Like I don't think I would like it if like this was a U ruin, right? And this was like super hard to shoot into. And was just on the line, so it's like a perfect place to be like sat in, and also is in like a is also like in the perfect thing, like in the front of the middle objective. But like these side things, right? They're like they're not like relevant for the mission, and they don't actually like block line of sight. They're basically just worthless. So in order to have your guys in a relevant position, you have one place where you can hide them, sort of.
Just take the other one for the stream side.
Which it just sucks.
Then we will have the Tomb Blades. Just going onto here. Right in the open and just doing machineries in that objective. Then we will have this fella just moving onto here. We will have for the Broodlord, he would have to be here. We will have this Transcendent here, this Transcendent here. Gonna have this Plasmancer here. Actually, the K'dan are going to stay where they are. Just gonna have this Local Saber Destroyer being right here. These Tomb Blades here. Do you want to die at this point in life? Not really. But you also don't want to get shot at. Do you want to charge me is the question. Not sure you do. Not sure you do. Could just stay here. You expose yourself, shoot them. That doesn't really work out. So I think we're just gonna move them back inside.
Interesting.
We're gonna get the king to move 10 inches over to here. Just touching this at the very back. And just see quickly for the menhirs. We'll have to quickly move the annihilation barge out of the way, just so we can place the menhirs. Who are going to go. You could go over here. Do a bit more. Screen the Scythes of Doom. That would work. With 13. Put yourself over here. If you were here, how close is that to danger? That is pretty close to danger. Also do a lot of other warriors. If you were to be here simply, would a 13, 14. Could get here. So what is that? The movement like a 30. So 6 followed by 7, and then kind of very awkward to run away to safety. So I think that will be fine. And then the king moves, and the 2 men here get over here. Can you remove the deployment zones again? Okay, bless you. Necron physics don't they don't appreciate this.
Got rid of our objective markers again. Oh shit.
Is this gonna kill everything again?
Come back objectives. Tear down. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is the worst. What the fuck? Alright.
We've broken it all.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Let's see how long it stays this time. Yeah, sure. So we don't have a psychic phase this time around. It is simply me shooting a bit of stuff. Going to shoot the. So these managers should be the 36 inches away from this fella.
Okay.
Just in range.
Sure.
Can't. Okay. Yeah. They were trapped under the King's Colossal Collider.
-2 to hit me, I guess.
Hmm?
-2 to hit me, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Just gonna shoot
Got
2
rerolls.
managers. 2 managers into the warriors.
Sure.
So, hop up. And here's hitting at 3s. And then wounding at 4s. You do have a 5 weapon roll. You have the zone drop. Yeah. So probably not worth it. We're gonna do first one. Is a wound. Second one. Gonna roll for this. Okay, 2 wounds.
First one, dead. 2 guys die.
Okie doke. Okay, that was the king done. Then we're gonna go with the buff doom side. Who will...
Tear down the recon strat.
Can I even... Nope. Shooting into these warriors here.
Okay.
These guys. Starting with the 3 shot. How many can you safely move before you actually... probably not too many. So we're just gonna see how this works out with our big guns first. Hitting on 2s. And then wounding you on 4s. Let's do first one, nope. Second one, nope. And third one, nope. Okay.
Easy game.
Then on 2s with the Tesla. Okay. That's a Tesla. Also really should have removed cover, but here we are. And running at 4s. That would be none.
3s. Take 4 wounds.
Okay. Okay. That's a respectable result. We're gonna go with the other Doom side, just shooting into the warriors here. This time I'm smart enough to pay the speed in order to move cover.
Sure.
You have 1 guy wounded on 2 wounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, just gonna start with the Tesla first.
Sure.
Hitting at 3s. Re-rolling these here. Okay,
Right.
4 extra. And then wounding at 4s.
Yeah, there's just no,
This amount.
there's no way to hide.
4 ups.
Okay.
Just
That was a wounded guy.
the wounded guy. Yeah, okay. Then we have 3 attacks with the... if I want to slow roll, do you want me to go through the entire attack sequence slow? Or do you mind if I just roll the hit rolls quickly and then slow roll the wounded?
Yeah, so like the fast dice rolling says that you can roll all of the attack, hit, and wound together. It only specifies that saving throws and damage have to be individual.
Okay. So you want
So you could just roll everything and then do dice manipulation. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So let's do that. 3's done. And then do need to roll the first 2. There will be 1, and I'm gonna pay the CP to auto one with the other one.
Cool. So 3 or 2. 2.
So 2 5-ups, yeah.
2 5s. Give me. Okay, let's go through. They just die, right?
Yeah.
1, 2.
Cool. And then it will just be the Annihilation Barge shooting into the guy on the outside. For nobody's wounded, so starting with the Gauss Cannon. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling. And wounding on 4s. Just the one. On the anvil.
Hiya. Hey.
That's it. And the Tesla. 3s, rerolling. For 6 extra. And wounding you on 4s. For 7 wounds. 4 ups. Coach 1 more. Cool.
This is
that
fine.
does mark the end of shooting. We have no charges to declare because I'm a coward. That is also the end of my turn. Simply scoring 3 for Purge. For 4 for Treasures. 2 for Treasures, 3 for Treasures, and 4 for Machineries. There we go.
Cool.
Yep. And then it will be over to you.
Alrighty.
I'll be back in just a second, just getting a new cup of coffee.
Yep. Yeah, this is over at the turn 1 roll off, unfortunately, chat. Just no way that you can, like, come back from this, like, shitty setup. So the Broodlord is too far away. He would have to advance to, like, here to interrogate over here. So I think we just interrogate Silent King with that Hive Tyrant. So Siphon and Siphon. Whatever. The... Seven warriors. We'll just fucking drop everything and then have this game be quick. What a waste of time. So we can contest this objective and drop him to a 4, and hopefully, like, leave room for the big warrior unit to get in. Do we charge here or here? I don't know. We can just be within 9 of both and then decide. We have to shoot the doom sites with the cannons and hope for the best. Could be a little bit farther back. Oh my god. What the what the fuck is TTS doing today? It just like springboards these guys like 10 inches every time I pick them up. This is a fucking nightmare. I guess I could just do 9-inch bubbles. Awkward part is that like I can't see where his screening is. The Venom Thropes will roll an advance. 2, so they can go 10. You can put a guy on the objective. I think we'll do that. Can you get onto the objective? Yeah. Just like force interaction, basically. Come on. Cool. And then we can maybe also string this unit. I'm not sure what it's worth. We'll decide on the reinforcement stop. Where those guys end up? Oh, and these guys will get supercharged. So for the Tyrant to interrogate, he has to be... Best interrogation target is Deceiver. Which means this Tyrant Guard has to move...
Okay. I'm back. Okay.
9. So I'm gonna roll an advance for the Tyrant Guard. Or not.
What did that does?
One, that sucks. That was a shitty roll. I'll re-roll it. Yeah, I'll re-roll it. Yay. So they go 9. And then this Hive Tyrant goes to where that Hive Tyrant is.
Mm-hmm.
So then
mission to interrogate. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
within 24, within 3.
Just the way I'm just measuring for this. The Tyranids would be like an inch too close, or like close to an inch.
Sure.
If it just, it's like just a tiny bit further back.
Yeah, I mean they're not. That's
yeah.
not the reinforcement step. So.
Sure. Oh yeah, of course.
These guys are going to move. Get my token out of the way. Yeah, it was just really tough to place those guys because TTS would like freak out anytime I picked them up.
Yeah, of course.
Guess we can tow this with some dudes. It's not really a reason to move over here, right? Yeah, I think we're just gonna chill. The cannons.
You want them touching terrain or staying off it?
There's off the terrain. Don't need to be on the terrain. Like, yeah, the cannon guys anyway. This dude will just, I don't know, hang out over here, I guess. Just look at a plane. These guys move. They'll do a banner. And these guys will move. here it's a locust, right? Yeah. They'll do a banner. The zoanthropes over there will advance. 2. So we can go 8. And I'll advance the Brood Lord while he's there. Will I? So you just want to move? Yeah, he'll advance. 5. Okay. Where does this thing stand? I literally can't see it. Cool. Nethrop will just stand on the objective. Tyranid Prime will move somewhere, doesn't matter. He'll also stand on the objective. Okay. Reinforcements, that we'll figure out where these guys end up.
Oh, sorry, do the Tyrant Guard have the big transhuman or the small one?
Yeah, they're not Synapse, so it's just Stalwart.
Okay, that's just baby transhuman.
Yeah.
Cool.
So something like this.
That's fine by me.
Yeah.
But that looks alright.
Cool. Alright, let's do a psychic phase. I'll just roll out the Tyrant onto Eddie over here. Yeah.
Use interrogate it.
Get a command point. Good job. The zoanthropes over here will do a nice little smite. And a 9. D3 plus 3. 5 onto the Tomb Blades. And then we'll do a smite with the Brood Lord. Goes off with the +1, so just kills that guy. We did it! We killed 3 Tomb Blades! Yay! Life found a way!
They usually always survive.
Yeah. Let's do other stuff. The Neurothrope is going to cast Catalyst. He does. We'll pass it to the unit in the front, I think. That's where Here's Catalyst. And then he will, I think, just lock in there invuln save. Yeah, so cast Nexus goes off, and we'll just keep the invuln save on them, I think is what we'll do.
Makes sense to me.
5+. Okay, then that is all the psychic, because these guys are doing action, so that it's time to shoot. I'm gonna shoot the unit with all the buffs. Can't shoot any Death Spitters unless this guy's in range of somebody, but I have no idea. Oh, he'll shoot that thing, I guess. So 1 Death Spitter over there. All the cannons will go into this Doom Scythe.
Okay.
Yeah. This Death Spitter, take this. Okay.
Yep.
Take this. Reroll 1s. 2
Oh,
1s.
sorry. Okay, so 1 fails. -1, so 4 ups.
Nice.
Text 1.
It's -2.
Oh, it's -2.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a
in
Death
this
Spitter.
case. Oh, it's I rolled a 4 on
You
the
rolled
second
a
one.
4,
Yeah,
yeah.
actually, yeah. The second one.
Cannons. That sucks.
Okay.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ. Okay. It's on 3s. Rerolling. It's on 3s. Reroll. 2 wounds, AP3.
3, so success.
2 damage
And
each.
Takes 4.
Prime will shoot it. 2 shots. Maybe. 2 hits.
Huh?
1 wound.
Nope, takes 2 more.
Okay, this random guy will shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
3 shots.
Mm-hmm.
2 hits. 2 wounds.
Okay. There, takes 4 more.
It's done at 2.
Mm-hmm.
2's like an awkward amount of health to have left. I'm gonna shoot it with a Tyrannocyte and see if we get lucky. That'd be cool. 6s, let's go. Oh, so many 6s.
Okay.
So many 6s. No wounds though, not a single wound.
That's more Tyranids.
These warriors will just shoot it, just so we make sure it dies. Cannons. Cool. Oh my god. Little guns. Fuck me, dude. This is so bad. Whatever, man.
That was weird.
Right, charge phase, I guess. This guy have a target. Oh no, they're doing banners. Just kidding. They don't want to shoot. That was brutal. The warriors will charge. We'll just charge the wounded guy, I guess. Yeah, this engagement gets awkward. So that's what we'll do. You want to shoot me?
Sorry, you're charging only pink.
Yeah.
They have a 5-up, 5-up, feel no pain, so very unlikely that it actually matters. So no, we're gonna keep SCP.
Cool. Here I come. Should have lured, but I didn't. I'll reroll. Forgot my lure. There it is. Nailed it.
God damn it.
Yay. We're the best at rolling 9s. You machinery is over here, yeah?
Yeah, I machined over here. Cool. The 2 blades.
Eat bolt gun! Bolt gun!
Alright. That's the only charge. They'll fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a try and spend 1 CP to give it a 4-up invul save.
Yep.
Maybe there's a chance.
Is there anything cool I do here? No, I think we just hope we blow you up, right? So get you in half. Get him in half. Can we get you in half of that other guy? We can! Best day ever. Don't even need to overrun. Get him in half, and then get him in half of them. Alright, here we go. On 3s. Yay. On 4s.
Yep. Okay. That's a lot of 4-ups to make for me.
Yep.
Let's just roll the first patch here. See what it matters.
Yay.
No, it does not. Nope,
Get out of here, Annihilation Barge. You've been annihilated.
Off you go.
Off you go. And then these guys will just... Yeah, they go towards TSK because we ignore flyers. Is there anything we have to worry about? Not really. Your stuff is all like infinite range, so... This is sort of cover sometimes, though. Which is kind of fun. If you don't move that guy, he gets -1 to hit. Oh, it should be on me. Does this do anything else? It's defensible. Not sure how that works on an obstacle. There should be 3 inches behind it or whatever. Alright, we're just gonna come and hang out over here. Here we go. So I don't score anything at the end of my turn. But we do put you to 4.
Yep, you do. Okay. So, just me to a 4.
Bad turn, chat.
We have 6 wars with 5 up, 5 ups here. We do have these people and these people. And the Tyranid, of course.
Is this a Zone Mortalis
Never
game?
forget the
I don't know, it's just a regular 40k.
Ideally, we would remove you, Is that worth keeping you alive for 1 more turn? Not sure. I mean, you will heal 1. Anyone else wounded? No.
We're on UKTC terrain layout today, chat. Which has a ton of problems, as we're finding. There are obscuring keyworded buildings that do not obscure. There's sort of wild open lines of sight. It's kind of a bad layout, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm being honest with
24, this time I can reach them, which would potentially make it worthwhile. I think we're just gonna do swap.
That was a really bad turn, chat. I can't believe the dome site didn't die. I rolled across 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 venom cannons. I rolled like 9 shots. Oh my god. Oh, so bad. It's because they aren't high enough, they aren't tall enough to like there's a technical requirement in the rules that requires you to be 5 inches tall before you mechanically block line of sight, rather than just blocking true line of sight, and the little ruins in the sides here are not tall enough, which means the obscuring terrain only affects the new melee rule, which hopefully everyone's hoping disappears at some point.
And still plus 3 inches to Moa.
I got 1 bring it down that turn. I can't believe fucking team site didn't die. I'm so mad. I'm gonna die mad about that. It's lame.
Okay.
Maybe I should have prime imperative round 1. But I lost both roll-offs to begin with. Man, the dice have been so bad this game. We just have to hope that this... Basically, we're banking on this Tyranid warrior squad just accidentally surviving everything and then contesting this objective and getting us to 12.
Enough to actually also kill the venom troops. Maybe.
No, it does not count as 5 inches tall, chat. Like, explicitly. Which in my last game I did not... Like, I mean, fortunately, Max put it in the packet, but I missed it in the packet. And so I tried to hide a unit behind it in my last game, and my opponent was like, oh, I can see them. Which is a little frustrating. And like here also, like I couldn't quite hide, like because of this angle, for some reason, like they're not up against the table edge. They're not long enough to actually block this line of sight. So your opponent just like squeaks this tiny angle into whatever's inside the rain. If you're not like a 5-man Space Marine squad, you can just be seen and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, it's like so bad. Like, it's very not fun. If they were obscuring, I could have put half the unit behind, and then this line of sight is cut, right? And he can't see here, and he can't see here, so I can actually hide behind it. But because it's not obscuring, I physically cannot hide against the aircraft and stuff. It's like a comedy of errors, Chad. It's like insanity.
And then it will be... Do I trust myself to kill the venom troops? I think I do. You simply want to move him up. The barge in front. So you will get a charge in.
Yeah, we're not talking about Blackstone Fortress, chat.
It's almost guaranteed.
I know exactly 0 things about Blackstone Fortress. I know 1 thing about Blackstone Fortress, maybe 2, 3 things. I know it takes place on Blackstone Fortress. I know it has a Zote in it, And I know that spindle drones are cool as hell.
Um,
And those are the only things I know about that game.
12, 30, right
Brings, yeah, this definitely it feels like 8th edition for sure.
basically be in this wall.
100%.
Can't really do much about him. Very likely just need to come back later. People here. The Plasmancer will simply shuffle out of here. Closest eligible target. So, do you want to make sure? He can just walk over here. So he's just gonna advance.
So hopefully we get to pick up this. Oh, I have to do my
Do the trick.
So I have to do an imperative this turn. I'll do prime.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
asking about.
think. Oh, sorry, I missed you.
Yeah, that was. You can just be here. Then we can just have this barge. This barge being right here.
These little
We can
tiny
just make the angle a bit steeper.
ITC ruins are very reminiscent of an 8th edition terrain layout. Chat.
Do you want to have line
I'm getting the 8th edition vibes like real hard.
this.
Makes sense. This would be a UK format.
We will simplify this one off the board, so that it heals and can come back to us.
God
Full of
damn it.
youthful vigor.
This should be dead. I'm so mad.
On the next turn, we have the king.
Tilt mode engaged.
These people.
What a squirrely little flyer.
So do I want to? No, I don't think so.
I don't know if Helldrake's a
Just
demon
gonna have
princes
this guy.
for 8th. Did people play
Do the
Helldrakes in
Batrep
8th?
work on the Tyranno side?
They do, in fact.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, everything. Everything gets -1.
Well, that's lovely.
Yeah. Batrep are sick.
Okay. I can respect that. You would simply go here. Do you need you fine people to have some options depending on who you remove? Come on, give me a line. Something like this here. That will do wonders. So if you were to be here, we would be in range of stuff. You can actually just go like
Alright,
this here.
Venomthropes. Make my opponent
Don't
attack you
need
several
just
times.
yet.
That would be great.
The king can just yeah, what if the king were to wander a bit further over here?
So the other thing that this
It will,
does, it
mean that
opens
this
up
barge does
like a turn, right? I don't think I can't get here in another turn because I didn't advance the warrior unit. Because that would have been bad. I would have been hitting on 4s. So unfortunately, I can't like wombo combo 2 units chaining into this thing, into this objective, but it prevents ancient machineries on that objective this turn. And I don't know if the tomb blades are 14 inches up the middle. I think they are.
Too impactful.
So we may actually lock in ancient machineries down for a bit, which is good.
We have warriors here,
This is like totally,
here.
it's uncontested until
Yeah.
my opponent brings in a
With
deep
-1
striker.
damage, I actually do need to clear quite a lot of you. Just can't rely on you failing all your saves. That would be not quite work out. We're gonna have 2 tomb blades here be on the objective, and 1 goes here. We're just going to do machineries here.
Oh, he can't because he controls it at the end. Okay, yeah, there we go. Poop.
And
That's secondary's dumb. Actually, it's fine.
this
It's very good if you
lowest
go first, but if you go second,
warrior
it kind of
might
sucks.
as well just
Because your
get a
opponent just
line to
contests
the
all the objectives.
tacticals. Just be over here. And still protect the little plasma side, holding the objective. Good. Come on, get in the corner. Get in the corner. So just having this line to here.
Rooting for Nids and this Necrons defending. I don't know what that means, but
Could work out.
I,
like
you,
this, and then
Necrons are like always in a defensive position. Because they score so highly. Like the other players, like we have to attack. Everybody has to cross the table and kill them.
Yep. Then we have big warriors. Yes. Or 1 mortal
Yeah, takes it.
and venom trope. Nope. Cool. Then he will do transdimensional thunderbolt on a 2+. Of course. Let's take a green dice. Okay, blue guy. He is going to do the thing. Skull and Falling Stars, same targets. Small warriors. Yes. For 1 mortal.
Okay. Takes it.
Cool. Big warriors. Yes. For 3 mortals.
So he's dead. Somebody else is wounded.
And Venom Tropes. No. Okay. And then he's gonna do Anti-Matter Meteor. Yep. 3 mortals on the warriors.
Jesus. Okay.
There's 1 more. And we have a good chance to get something useful here. Do we? I only have 2 CP.
Just fail like 7. 7 5-ups in a row.
Don't really have cover that I want removing.
Oh my god, chat.
You don't have cover I want removing. I think I'm going to pay the power the CP for a random power on the yeah, it's frivolous, but it's also fun.
Let's go. It's seismic assault every time.
It's Antimatter Meteor.
Yay. On a 1. Here's a 1.
I think the Star Sword is just cursed. It is simply cursed. There's no other explanation for this. Cool. Plasmancer into the warriors. 3 dice. 4 ups.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, it might be cursed.
Well, yeah, sure.
If it makes you feel better, I failed all of my damage ignores. So.
Good. Let's do the Plasmancer shooting into the warriors here.
Yep. This is his regular gun.
Yeah, this is just the yeah.
So I will minus 1 damage then.
Okay. 1 shot. Hits on a 4.
Nice.
It's a hit. Wounds on a 4. It's nothing.
Nice.
Cool. Righty. Then we're gonna have the king directly. We have 2. We're definitely gonna put the staff into the warriors. You have 1 on 2 wounds, using cover. Did I currently have a invul save?
No.
Okay. But then again, they're also not the immediate problem. Going to put the 2 Manhures into the Venom Traps here. And I am going to put the staff and the scepter will go into the Venom Tropes as well.
Okay.
So, I was actually in range of these people. No, he's not. He's not even in range. So why am I even considering this? So, the thing. The Manhures. 2s. And wounding you on 4s. They don't have an invul save. So, let's see. It's nothing, and they're not that important. I can't really fail the save because of defense line. They have quite a bit of other stuff shooting into them. But I also would have the other stuff shooting into other stuff. So, I think I'm just gonna auto wound with the other one. Just getting 1 guy out of the way.
Yep.
And then 3 dice with the scepter into the same target on 2s, rerolling 1s, and on 4s. Oh, sorry, they are silent.
There's Stalwart, yeah, so it's always 3s.
Okay, on 3s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 minus 3 and 2 damage each.
Kills another guy.
And we have the staff hitting on 2s.
Yep.
Roll those 4 1s. Okay. And wounding you on 4s. These minus 2.
5s. 5s again. Nice.
6-1. Okay. Right, that was the king then. You are doing the action here. The one that can see this fella is this one. So 1 guy and 1 wound. I'm going to quickly do this annihilation barge, shooting into the Venom Trope.
Okay.
Yeah.
-1 to hit me.
-1 to hit, yeah. Do you need everything? I would very much like to. Yeah. I would just have this one remove the library. That would be grand. So, hitting on 4s. Reloading with the Gauss Cannon. And then wounding you in 3s. 3 wounds. -3.
Yep, just roll damage.
Okay. Yeah, so 3d3.
He dead.
Or 4 damage. He's dead. Okay. Then we do want to go. Just quickly resolve the barge in the corner. Can this Doom Scythe see these people? I don't think so. No.
See those guys? Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can see the gun here, like this.
Okay. So, then we're gonna put the Tesla into these Tyranid warriors here. And we're gonna put the big gun. Standing puncher in Tyrant Guard. Probably. We need to start moving them at some point. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot the big gun into the Tyrant Guard.
Okay.
Small gun goes into the warriors.
Wait, which warriors?
Not the biggest
okay.
one. the one that still has a purpose in life. Or to be fair, you just have a venom cannon here, but nah, that's fine. I don't want to waste that. So we're gonna have 3 shots with the big stuff into the Tyrant Guard.
Yes.
Hitting on 2s, and then wounding you in 3s.
Yep.
Just a 1, -4.
Okay, I'm just leading cover, I guess. Take it, so he's dead. Goodbye, cover man. Goodbye, cover guy.
That could have been worse. Tesla. Hitting on 2s, with 11 hits. Wounding you on 4s. D6 will be AP1. Because of the protocol, and these are AP0.
Cool. That's at any range, right? It doesn't require half. AP0 on 4s. Ooh. And then this one's on a 5. Ooh.
Okay.
Take one.
Kills the wounded guy. Okay. So that's him done. We should be relatively fine here. Can I get this Locust Heavy Destroyer? Shooting into the Tyrannosaur. Is he out of... Oh yeah, they're not exist anymore.
Yeah,
so
those are dead.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You reroll ones. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Best day
Classic.
ever. Good job, Locust Destroyer.
Classic. These Locust. On a 3.
At the warrior.
It hits. He wounds you on a 3.
He's shooting the Tyrannosaur, or?
I did Tyrannosaur, yeah.
Okay.
It's the only one he can see.
Okay.
So yeah, 1 wound with AP4. So
okay,
just going
can't
to Ruckus.
Yeah. Gotta roll me damage.
So, and
There's
4
4.
damage
Cool.
only.
Down to
Okay.
11.
And then we have this.
Cool.
Okay, it's up. Cool.
TTS. What the fuck?
Like I said, this could be a long game.
This is the worst thing I've ever experienced in this program. I've never seen this before. It's so bad.
It absolutely is.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, I've never happened this before. It's just the weirdest error.
Yeah.
It's just the weirdest error message. Deleting unnecessary things.
Right. I think it like must think that there's like duplicates somewhere or something, right? There's like duplicate files or something, and it's just trying to delete them. But I don't know what would cause that. Oh my god.
No clue. Anyway.
So I
let's
took
shoot
4
one-
damage on the Tyrannosaur.
You took 4 damage on Tyrannosaur, and we have one more Heavy Destroyer shooting into the Tyrannosaur.
Yes.
So hitting a 3 and wounding on a 3. Nope. Wounds again. Fails again.
Good job, Tyrannosaur.
So yeah, he's pure survival so far. Gonna have this barge here, shooting 37. Catalyst 5 up. Yeah, this can't take the risk. I'm just gonna shoot all of the big guns into the all of the stuff from the Annihilation barge in the corner.
Yep.
Goes into the warrior.
Cool.
So 3 shots with the Gauss Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting at 3s, reloading,
Wrecked.
and wounding on 4s. 2 wounds. -3. Sorry, on anyway.
2 wounds on the invuln. 1 goes through.
1 goes through. 4 just becomes the 1
2
damage.
down to 1. This game's hard. Yay!
Okay.
Alright, warriors. Keep on keeping on, boys.
Tesla. Rerolling. Okay, 4 10 hits. And then 4. Okay. 2 at AP0, 1 at AP1.
Okay, so 2 on... Can't roll a dice. 2 on force. Ooh, okay. 1 on a 5. 5 up. Amazing. That's what I need out of you, warriors. I literally said to chat, I was like, the game plan here is that this warrior squad rolls like a fucking god right now. And they're doing it. They're doing it. The game is alive. The game plan's real.
Good. We're gonna charge the king into the warriors.
Alright.
Basically, yeah.
Can I set to defend? How does that work? I joked the other day that, like, because we're on 145 minute timers, right? I was like, the extra 15 minutes is so we can look up the defense line key, like, rules. how do these little terrain pieces work? So it's defensible if I'm within 3 inches of an obstacle feature. And when an enemy unit declares a charge, or to draw a straight line 1 millimeter in thickness between the closest parts of the bases of the 2 closest models in the unit. I think so. I don't think I can, because I think the closest line would have been this way.
So, yeah,
so
like over the side.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Not that it makes a huge difference. I will minus some damage you again, though.
Makes sense to me. Good.
Would you like to charge me with your Doom Blades as well, just to make sure?
I don't really want to break the action.
No, it's fine. So... You don't have to worry about that action. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything's fine.
So starting with the menhirs, hitting on 6s. Nope. Then we have the staff.
6s or 5s?
And then on 4s.
Not that it matters.
To be fair, yeah. There will be 2 wounds at AP2.
Alright, 5 ups. Both go through. That's 2 damage each.
1 damage each.
1 damage, okay. So 5 ups again. Come on, TTS. So I'll take 2. So
2
in the back. We'll do this guy.
Cool. Then we're gonna do the scepter.
Anymore.
Scepter, hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s, reloading. 4 involves.
Goes through. So that's 3 each down to 2, right?
That's 2 damage each down to 2. So 2 damage each down to 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, how does that work?
That's not map. That's not the map I was taught.
2.
That's
so
2 damage.
He's dead, and then the other guy's wounded.
Okay. Then it's going to be the attacks with the scythe. Hitting on 2s, and then wounding you on 4s.
Oh!
Rerolling. Just quickly spawning some new dice. Up.
2.
Back up. 2 involves.
And I don't think I'm gonna slow this one. This is fine. Both go through 2 each, right? So the wounded guy dies. The other guy takes it. Yeah. At least my 5 ups have been not great, or my damage ignores. My invulns were good though. Good job, Tyranid Warrior.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem, because I don't really want to get any closer. At the same time, I'm kind of already...
The pylon's really weird too, because you have to like go around the wall.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep him in combat. I don't really care what you get on the objective. I'm just gonna go here. And a bit further away even. Like I think I can just do this with him touching like this.
That's probably fine.
And
yeah.
then we're just gonna have these people being as far in the back as they can. Maybe we get lucky and you roll not too well. And then of course you do have the attacks with your back.
Yep. There's nothing cool I do with this, I don't think. Because you're like 1,000 inches away, yeah. So. 0.9. Can I end in 0.9? No, not over the wall. So I'll just go here. And then flip over, because that's how TTS is being today. Here we go. Aha, a single hit. Good job, buddy.
Anyway, where were we?
Alright, well, fair enough. Well, he survived. That's what matters.
That's, yeah. But unlucky. What can you do? Cool. And that's... Oh, and my turn, I just go the second ancient
That's
machineries.
okay. We also...
2 for treasures, and then we have... well, we don't get the point for Purge because he survived
Yay!
miraculously. So
Get
we just get
wrecked.
the 2.
Also, there was a Tyrannicide here the whole time, too, so I don't know if that
Yeah,
matters.
yeah, of course. Yeah, stuff survived better than I thought.
Yeah.
Better than I hoped, at least.
To be fair, I also didn't kill your Doomsday last turn. That was very sad.
And he's gonna come back with a vengeance.
And he's gonna come back. I'm gonna die mad about it. All right. So that is my turn now. So I get 8 points.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very exciting. I get 2 points for Raise the Banners. 1, 2. And then we have to figure out how we're gonna do this turn. He's 22.9 inches away. So we need to go 21. So it's a 13-inch between an advance and a charge, which is a long way. Interesting.
Cool.
Maybe that's not worth trying.
I'll be back in a moment.
Sure.
Just go ahead.
So siphons. Broody Boy, at the very least, can interrogate people pretty well this turn. So we're gonna put a siphon on him. And we're going to put a siphon on the Neuro so he gets his powers off, and then we get to drop a bunch of smites into this guy and hopefully shoot Tomb Blades to death. Yeah, if we kill several Tomb Blades, then we'll be kind of in a okay spot. So all the buffs go here. We could push for a charge there. That's also a 13-inch charge. We might as well roll an advance roll with those guys, and then we see what we get. So that is all of the command phase stuff. So advancing here on the warrior squad on the top. 1. Okay, well, they're not going for it. Fair enough. We can put their cannon in range, though, to shoot over here. It just won't get the exploding 6s because it's too far away. And these guys will stand behind the dents. Could he shoot from back here? No, not quite. I think that's literally exactly like not in range. Oh, actually, can he see from there? I bet if I went like this, I could actually do it. They are moving 7, so we have lots of movement. So we draw line of sight from the stupid gun, because true line of sight is a fair mechanic that's not stupid at all. And then he stands in this corner so that we're in dents. Cool. And then I think we get out of the Broodlord's way in case the Broodlord wants to charge here. So if the Broodlord like rolls a 6 on an advance roll, he might go for that Locust Destroyer. So advance roll. 4. So he'd move 12. So he'd be 11 inches away. So he'd need a 9-inch charge. Is that right? Or an 8-inch charge. I don't think that's worth going for, to be fair. So I think what he's going to do is go 6 and 6. And just stand here. Could get veiled on or something, but I don't care that much. Be on the objective? I can be on the objective. Alright. Well, Broodlord, hope you survive everything. I can't shard lure that guy, there's no way. I mean, like, maybe I got, like, a... I don't know. Shot in, like, the wayside. These Anthropes advance. 6. There's my 6.
Oh.
So they're gonna string... So we can see that dude, which is right like here, basically. Okay.
Like this? Mm-hmm.
Like that?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. This dude falls back. That's
Do you have any? Oh, you have the prime imperative? Okay, exploring success.
Yeah, you could. I could cast the Tyrant Imperative on him to fall back and charge, but I can't fall back and do anything else. If I wanted to do that. This warrior will come and peek around the corner there.
Stick his gun out and shoot.
Stick his gun out and shoot someone. Tyrant, what are you doing, buddy? What is this Tyrant doing this turn? Not much. Not much. Definitely didn't pre-measure my movement to that objective. That's okay. I don't know if I would have gone that way anyway. Not really sure what the Tyrant does this turn. I think he just stands over here awkwardly and like menaces. Just like push really hard for a Locust Destroyer. Seems unnecessary. And then get shot by a Doom Scythe. Interesting. I don't know what you do, Tyrant. I think we just move the warriors first, and then we decide. So the warriors are going to go over here. Two and a half. And then 4.5. Four and 3. Do the Tomb Blades have any of the defensive upgrades on them?
No, they're just T5 management hit.
Yeah.
With a 4-up save.
Prime's feeling kind of lucky.
Yeah, that one warrior surviving, or that unit surviving. Thorn in my side.
Good. Take that.
It's like playing against old Murder.
Alright, now we have to decide where this stupid Hive Tyrant's gonna stand. Might just go here and shoot mind bullets at that guy over there. Yeah, I don't have any other super great options. Yeah. Actually, what I'll do is I'll move the Tyrant Guard first. They'll just do an advance. They're not doing anything exciting. 1 inch, yeah. So they'll just hide, and then the tyrant will stand near them, and he can see that dude real easy. So that's good.
Yeah, from the things, yeah.
Cool. Zone thrips. The other zone thrip unit will advance. 1 inch also. It's exciting. I'll just put a dude inside this thing so that I can see you for sure. And then the other guys will do this. We have a warrior here. This neurothrope will stand here. Alright, that should be fine. Let's do a psychic phase. We'll interrogate with the Broodlord onto Alex.
Yep.
Alright, Alex. Prepare to give up your secrets. He does.
So, yeah, that's so
Does.
close to, so close to OCP.
No, we get, because we're +1 to cast. We get 10.
God damn it.
Yeah. It'd be better if it was... The only reason he's a Broodlord is because of Recover the Relics. But if I didn't have to worry about Recover the Relics, he would be a Neurothrope, and then he's +2 to cast. He only has to roll an 8 on 3d6. Drop lowest, which is good. Alright, let's do next up the... Tyrant. He's going to smite.
Who?
The Tyrant. Oh, it's a Doomscythe.
The Tyrant, yeah. Gotcha.
On a 7, Silent King could. And, no, he can't. Get out of here. Take 2.
Down to 10.
Scream. Yep. Take 1. Smite from this Zonthrop unit, I guess. Goes off. Super. It's exciting. Take 6. The other Zonthrop unit. You'll just die. Do you explode on me? Please don't.
Explode. Nope, he does not.
Yay. Alright. Neurothrope will cast... We don't need an advance spell this turn, so Invulnerable Save goes off onto the big unit. Catalyst goes off onto the big unit. Easy game. What a psychic phase! Everything happened that we needed to. Let's do the shooting phase. I don't know what the best... Oh, that's weird. Oh, strange. All right. I think this guy's just gonna shoot here because he's got 1 target. Oh no, our objectives. D3 shots. 3 hits on force. We're -3 to hit right now, which is exciting. 1 hit. Wounds on a 3. Wounds AP3. Kills a guy.
This was from the lone guy?
No, this is this dude up here.
Oh, this dude right here. Yeah, sure.
Cool. The lone guy will shoot you. 3 shots. Hits on force. 6 explodes, so we get 2 hits. Wounds on 3s. 1 wound, DP3.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yep.
Step.
Cool. And then the prime will shoot him. Oh, I guess you could reanimate, right?
Technically I could.
Yeah, so
let's
first
see
one?
what it happens. So first one.
Oh, it is like kind of a
second
big
one.
deal if it happens, right?
Yeah.
So
Did that anyway.
cool. And then the prime. 1 shot. 1 hit. Do it. Do it, prime. Do it. Kills him. Goodbye. Good job, team. That's exciting. All right. Now, do we try to punk a Menhir? As much as I hate killing Menhirs early, it feels kind of like the play. Because I also don't like getting shot by them. So I will shoot at the Silent King with the big unit of warriors.
Okay.
So it's this...
Oh,
yeah.
Are you... like pretty much, are you... I think the... Like one guy on the outside wouldn't go over the wall here?
Oh, yeah, we can just draw them Menhirs though, right?
Yeah. Are you fine with everyone here? Yeah, looks like it. Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Cannons. Pew,
Mhm.
pew, pew. So we get 5 on 2s. Rolling 1s. On 3s. Okay. Easy game.
Perhaps text roll.
Cool. And then the little guns should be 3, so 9. Is that right? I have 7 guys or 6? 6 guys, I guess.
Depends.
So the cannons
okay.
are in the back.
Okay.
Everyone's in 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So 9 shots on 2s. Rerolling 1s. The 6s explode. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s. 4 AP2s. I'll get you, Menhir.
What else do we have to shoot?
The Tyranids.
Of course.
Yes. How could you forget?
Yeah, but just see.
Get out of here, Menhir.
Goes through anyway and takes 2 more.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get the second Menhir with the Tyrannosaurus. You ready?
I sadly, think I am.
Here we go. 5s to hit. So these miss. 6s explode. Wins on 5s. The dream is alive. Oh, what a roll! Take that. Take that, Silent King. 1 damage. 2 damage.
How many did he left? He took 2.
So he's got 1 left after these 3 saves.
Yeah.
Yay! Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Here's the man here.
What a boss. That's sweet justice for failing to wound every time against the Doom Scythe last turn. Although he did roll 5 6s to hit, which is really cool. All right, good job, team. That is just a whole turn. That was a whole turn. We're done. So I'm gonna pass it back to you.
Squid 4. So
We're trying, chat. Oh my god. Got him to 4 2 turns in a row, but our whole army's about to get vaporized. And I've got 1 Doom Scythe down, 1 Annihilation Barge, 2 Menhir. So 1, 2, 3.
Here there's nothing. To be fair, nobody else.
He scored me out for that.
Nobody else is actually diminished. So we still have the problem of zone tropes existing.
You don't have to worry about those.
No, they're perfectly harmless.
Imagine if it was a Venom cannon Tyrannosaurus.
This is kind of the reason why I can't actually go anywhere.
It would have failed.
Into the midfield.
It would have failed every
It's a
one.
rather awkward situation for them. Definitely want to take out the...
Alright, well, we're making it a game, chat. We're trying. We're trying as hard as we can. I think if my opponent just goes all in on killing the Broodlord, it's like fine for me, as long as he doesn't just get diced out.
So we also, I think
the Tomb Blades are dead, so the fast objective secured is gone.
Go on a little adventure and just finish up my.
That feels good.
Machineries, yeah. So 1 will go. You're not -1 to hit anymore. But to be fair.
Unless you like awkwardly shoot through this obstacle.
I mean there's
and
no
are not standing next to it, I guess.
There's no other target there's no other target for him anyway, so he might as well. So anyone thing I want to swap out, there is not. Which does bring us to the question.
Yeah, his score's close, chat. It's just I'm losing more than he is, I think.
Do you want you to be here?
Unfortunately, like that first turn was brutal. Losing 7 guys in the first turn is like kind of awkward.
9 inches away.
That's aircraft for you.
Would be over there. And we probably.
Tyrannosaurus has antennas, yeah, for sure. That's why I should give it the Synapse upgrade, because it's just rebroadcasting all the signals. I really should, actually. Like, I should just upgrade it with Synapse. There's so many situations in which it's really strong. It's really good at delivering shard lures. It's really good at broadcasting imperatives. It gets transhuman. It's, like, really solid.
I'm assuming they are gone.
All right,
I think
chats.
I have to give this a try this turn.
Hive
So
Tyrant
just
versus
fly-
Catan. Let's go. Big fight.
Not this turn. Not just yet. So what we do want to do is
It also
to
like gives you like
Blast
mad
Lancer,
feedback on your
the little locust right next to him.
own.
To go on this adventure and just teleport into the middle here. And
Your own communications because
machineries.
you get -1 to cast psychic powers.
And then do you want to just do our
Is that guy in range to
do
cast
our
machineries?
things.
Oh, we're
What
doing
is
a
called?
teleport.
To destroy
That's
the
cool.
Tail of the warrior, I guess. What would you hit alternatively? I think, yeah, you just want to be over here. The Brutal has a 4-up save. 4-up invo.
Yes, that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, only 10 points. I don't know what I cut for it. I have to cut this fucking Broodlord, dude. He's so bad. I think, like, the Broodlord, the Tyranid Warrior squad over here is fine, but it probably should be Gene Stealers. And they are 125, and the Broodlord's 120. If we cut them for a Neurothrope, we get, like, Neurothrope and Gene Stealers, we get, like, 60 points back.
Would have to go through here.
Or maybe we just cut one warrior out of it, and we make it a 3-man, which is probably also fine.
Maybe. But then
Like, they are kind of hard to kill, which is good at holding an objective. They're hard enough to kill that your opponent has to, like, overcommit.
Here. I think that will work out.
Honestly, I think once
basically
Votann come out, the entire like paradigm of the army changes. Though I think you have to push like Mortal Wounds really hard because Tyranid profile is really bad against land fortresses. So we'll see.
I can't see these
Unless it's like the big
warriors
monsters.
here.
Even the big
We
monsters you
will
can't
need to
reroll
really
against.
interact
So you have to take like Reaper of a Blur Axe instead of Maw Claws. Kind of sucks.
You will have to be here and shoot into people.
Yeah, I don't. Just watch out. I'm not sure if I have a 2-inch engagement through that. I'm touching
Does the fence
it.
then increase the engagement range, or is it just that you can charge something that is further away? I think it's. I think it's
Units are
only the
eligible to
latter.
fight.
But quite honestly,
oh
I've
yeah,
never
yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can attack you at 2 inches. My engagement is still 1.
Yeah,
This is like a classic 40k situation right there. Like
it is a flawless system.
Yeah. I like that. Like one type of terrain has like the regular extended engagement rule, and the defense side is a totally different mechanic.
So we're gonna fly this little annihilation barge right over here, and then we're gonna fly the other.
Yeah, chat. I do appreciate that Max like really enunciates everything that he's doing. Like, from a content standpoint, and you know, as like a commentator on Max's games, like I don't have to do anything. I just like let him go.
Other one will simply have to take. We'll simply have to take dance. Not much we can do about that.
Phantom cannons all the way till Friday.
Just
On the T site? I don't know about
So this locus will be here, this will be here. That just leaves the Catan. Should go here, you still have the warriors.
that. Rupture cannon to deal with land fortresses? The problem is I think you just lose the shootout, right?
Don't want to be on that
Like-
side. I think I just want...
And also, if you have one rupture cannon, it doesn't do anything. Because you convert like one attack, right? Because you're like, hit on 3, it's 3 shots, right? Hit on 3, you cut 1. Wound on 3, you probably cut 1 because you can't reroll. And then they save on a 5. So then 1 may get through. You probably average like 1.2. And then they blank it with the broker strat. Or the broker warlord trait. So I think that, like, as weird as it sounds, I think teching into like heavy anti-tank against land fortresses is actually the wrong way to go. You have to kill them with like 1,000 like, I don't know, like AP 3/2 damage shots or something. Like plasma guns is like the best profile to kill them, just because they can't turn your damage off. But I think honestly, Tyranids just turn into like triple zone throw, like triple zone throw Maliceptor might, you know, maybe, you know, we just like drop Maliceptors on them. Because they have no defense against that out of one sub-faction that nobody's going to play. They just eat all the mortal wounds and then die.
That doesn't do much, that doesn't do much. Yeah, if I want to be over here, it will only be these people. And
Every so often, Max remembers there's an opponent as well. Not autocannons, chat. Because the Void Armor turns off the autocannon's AP value, so they just save on 2s against it. So, like, low AP stuff is not great. You want stuff that punches through their armor save, basically. And isn't, like, relying on low volume, high damage.
We're gonna use the extra movement just to try his chance, just to draw a line to
Yeah, it's like a super tough profile to kill. They're ridiculously tanky.
So that would work. And then you have a choice to make where you wanna go. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go with that. So brings us to Pseudo Psychic. We're gonna start with the blue fella, who is gonna do the thing. Falling Stars, these warriors, these zoantropes, these warriors. So small warriors. Nope.
Nice.
Zoantropes. Yes.
Ow.
Or one model.
Okay.
The big warriors. Yes. Or one model.
Yep.
Cool. Then it's just then it's gonna do Transdimensional Thunderbolt. Yes. 3 mortals on the feathers. The big unit.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. 5s. Take 2. So he's dead. 1 more guy's wounded. Okay.
Okay. Then we're gonna go with Eddie, who is gonna do Thunderbolt on the warriors here.
Okay.
On the warrior chest.
Is it pick or closest? It
That's
targets.
That's the targeted one. So
Oh,
I'm just gonna
yeah, it's targets, but it can't be characters unless a bunch
exactly.
of reasons. Yeah.
Which is where I can't go.
Love it.
So
Do
yeah,
it.
just kills the warrior, and then the 4 plus the drop pod. Nope. The drop pod is fine.
Yeah. This drop pod's gonna tank like Silent King too. Just you watch.
Yeah.
I like once you be transhuman it and just fail all those wound rolls, and then it'll like slap them back for 5.
Falling Stars will simply hit the warriors.
Screamer Killer and Kraken. Well, the downside, I actually don't think so, because you can't reroll wounds against them, and Screamer Killers outside of Behemoth are only strength 7.
On the big boys.
Sorry, how many was it?
3 mortals.
Oh,
Or
okay.
the 6.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's dead.
3 more.
He is wounded.
Okay.
I guess they go to strength 8
then we're
with
gonna
the
do
upgrade,
Clash
right?
Mancer,
That's
doing
how
his
they
little
work.
pseudo mortals into the warriors. 3 dice on 4s. 1 model.
No, they go to strength 7 with the upgrade. 1 more?
1 model, yeah.
Hiya! Yay!
Gives it. Okay. Cool. That's that done. Then we're gonna go into shooting, starting with the Plasmancer, going into the warriors. You have 4 guys left, so no blast. So D3 shots, 1 shot. Misses. Okay. He's doing the action, so he's not shooting. We might as well get these people out of the way. Locusts have Destroyer into the Broodlord. On a 3. Of course. and on the 3 with the other guy.
There it is.
Then on a...
Not that.
Not a 1.
Good job, Locust Heavy Destroyers. This might be the least damage I've ever seen out of Locust Destroyers. Those things always convert and kill my guys, but except for today, I guess.
Except when they don't.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the... you do actually have the most options. I mean, I say you have the most options, but that's not a whole lot of options. But to be fair, that's still fine. We just want to get the Gauss Cannon still in range. So we're gonna do the first part, shooting everything into the warriors.
Okay. I'll minus some damage.
Of course. I expect nothing less from you. 3 Gauss Cannons, 4s, rerolling. 2 hits, winning at 4s. 2 wounds. On the invul.
On the invul. On 5s. 1 goes through. How much damage? 2.
2.
Take
That's fine.
1. Down to 1.
Good. Tesla. 4s.
Oh, what a shot!
Tesla always does it. And on 4s. 7, no AP.
4s. And 5s.
Okay.
So he's dead. One more guy takes 2.
Yep. Then we're gonna do the other annihilation barge, shooting into the warriors here.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 wounds, so 3 shots with the gas cannon. But am I taking? No, I'm fine. And
Yeah.
I'm hitting on 2s, yeah.
Yep, because of my web engine.
Twos.
Nice.
Yep. And 4s. Just 1.
5 up. Goes through.
Nope. Damage. 2 becomes 1.
Saves.
Sits. Cool. Tesla. Yep. On 2s. Referring everything that is 6. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Kind of.
conversion. All right.
Kind of like that.
Fair enough.
And 4.
Fair enough.
Okay. 6.
4 up. Oh no, my save
Uh,
sucked. My save sucked again,
okay,
so it kills
okay,
this
okay.
guy and this guy, I guess.
So that's him done. Does the Prime have an invul? And or here's Synapse.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's moving a 4s. He has a 3-up armor save. What a man! What a man!
He's just he's a warrior with extra ones basically, and an extra save.
A true warrior. Just in case I were to move them. 34.6. If I were to remove them, then I could shoot with the Doom Scythe. But I don't think I actually have the shots to kill him. So that would mean that I'm kind of wasting the Scythe. To do this or to not do this. Yes, yeah, I won't be able to kill the Prime. Might as well take it a shot. We're gonna put the King, put the small guns into the warrior, and put the scepter into the Prime.
I don't think you can shoot the Prime because you have another guy closer.
They put.
He's being like outside by the Hive Tyrant, and you have a warrior closer.
Oh, why there's a warrior here?
Yeah.
I completely forgot that.
Secret mission warrior over here.
What a man! What a man! Because Scepter just goes into him then.
Rude! How dare you? What has he ever done besides kill a Team Blade?
He's so sneaky.
He is a sneaky beaky boy for sure.
Right, let's do the stuff into him. 3 shots, 2s, and then on 4s.
It's gonna fail. No. What's AP?
Yeah, minus 3.
All right, ready?
So-
6 ups.
Oh,
Is it 2 damage?
yeah, 2 damage.
Yes! Tyranid warrior.
It's that story. all
Doing
over
your
again.
job, buddy. I'm so proud of you.
Into the buff guys. And 4s, only 3. Okay, first 2.
Is it 2 damage or 1?
1 damage.
Yay. Nailed it.
Okay. Lovely. Good. So
Venom
that
cannon
that
survive.
one's splendid. Yeah, it will just be the Doom Scythe.
Yep.
We're gonna put the whichever way I split it is kind of shite. So I can either put the 3 heavy death rays into a 1 wound warrior, or I can put the Tesla into that guy. We're gonna put Tesla into the guy in the ruin, and we're gonna put the big guns into the warrior.
Yep.
So let's do the big guns into the lone surviving warrior. Putting on 4s. Okay, 3 hits. Let's do it slowly. First one does not. Second one does. Can you roll to see whether he survives?
This is from which one?
This is from the Doom Scythe into the
Scythe.
warrior here.
Okay, cool. So it's just 1 wound.
Yeah, 1 wound so far. I still have 1 that I'm thinking about auto wounding.
Okay.
but-
Do you complete all your wounds, right? And then I assign them? Or I guess we
I
can
mean, if
slow roll
if
every
it's slower, let's just
step.
go through the
Yeah,
entire sequence.
Sure.
Hmm?
There we go.
Up.
Goes through. How much damage?
So 3 is 4. Yep.
Oh, I'm alive. I'm alive on one.
Bit awkward. Gonna pay the CP or to one with the other one.
Okay. Goes through. Let me think. I might reroll. Because this is your last gun, right?
This is my last gun.
Yeah, I kind of would like to have another Venom Cannon. I will reroll. It's not like I'm doing anything with my CP this game. Yay! Best day ever. Good job, Warrior.
Tesla. Force, rerolling. Okay, 4 extra. And on force. The Snipey.
He's dead.
He's dead. Okay, so that's at least something. That brings us to charges, which is simply gonna be the king. Charging the Tyranids side. Just gonna roll a 2. And he's just gonna take advantage of defense line. And stay right here. And then we're just gonna charge Eddie in. He is going to...
He has to touch the wall, right? To 2-inch me?
Yeah,
it just has to ping it right there on the side.
I think I'm into.
Yeah, to get the 2-inch engagement, you have to be base contact with the wall. Which I think you just have to be here. You have to be like a quarter inch over. I think he's just being obnoxious and flopping around. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's a stupid.
What did I roll? I rolled a 6. Cool. If he would simply go over here, gonna have the buddy system.
Buddy.
Everyone protecting each other. Just gonna have him being further up front. Cool. So then we're just gonna have the king.
Yep.
What's we're gonna do? No. Yeah, we're just gonna have the king. 4 big attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, rerolling. That would be 12 damage.
What's AP? A big AP, right?
It'd be 4.
Okay, yeah. Goodbye. Do I freak out at you? No.
Okay. Cool. So that is basically the attack face gone. So yeah, end of my turn. I will score 3 for purge, 3 for treasures, and 4 for machineries. We over to you. Hold 2.
Cool.
And let's see what happens now.
Okay. Those are gonna go away. This will be over here. Yeah. Let's see what happens now. So I will siphon, I think, on the Tyrant and Rude Lord. We'll give all the rerolls to this dude because he's the only guy who. I guess we could do it on this one guy.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Might be better off doing that, to be fair. Yeah, I think we will, actually. We'll give also a hit to this guy and then rerolls to these guys. Okay. And then we're off. So I have to set up to blow this stuff up. Broodlord, I think, stands here. So outside of deny, as close as we can be, basically. Yeah. I guess we'll give them the extra AP thing too, but it's not gonna matter. These warriors will roll an advance, because what we want to do is get a shot onto the Doom Scythe. So advance on the warriors. 2. Ooh, that's not. It's exactly out of range. I'll do a reroll here. As bad as it sounds. Am I allowed to do that? Yeah, I needed literally exactly 1 more inch to get that shot. Because I needed to move... Yeah, I needed to move 9. That sucks really hard. Maybe it's fine. Because we can just shoot at a locust. And try to knock one out, which would be good. So that's fine, we'll just eat it. Sorry, buddy. That's why we didn't put the +1 to hit on him either, because he would have been -1 anyway. Or -2 anyway, shooting at the flyer. It would have been relevant here, but it doesn't really matter that much. So we'll do something like this. And try to get bag ourselves a Locust Destroyer. 1, 2, 3. So we just need 2 Venom Cannons now to kill this thing, which is a little bit awkward, but it is what it is. So they will go... They can just move this way. Because I can see him through the windows. Don't have to worry about that. And the Prime can go... Can he go back in the building? What does our movement look like? Not quite. Guess the question is whether we want to try to play to hold the middle. I don't think I can hold the middle. I don't think I think I physically just don't have enough beef. Did I pay for a reroll and then not take it? I definitely did that, right? Because I was at 3 at the top of my turn. I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, I was at 3 at the top, yeah. And then I paid for a reroll. I was going to take it. I didn't take it. Okay, so the Prime will go, I think, over here. These Zoanthropes will advance 5.
Just running.
Quite get to the objective.
Just in case
What's
we
up?
do run out. We were just running the first 5 minutes of zone.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll just
yeah, I don't think it will matter too much.
keep it on me for a bit after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to run out of models here, so I'll be okay. These guys will advance. Maybe. 5 also. Look at them go.
Okay.
Speedy boys today.
They are.
Okay. Guess we could string like this. So that guy's on the objective just in case. Tyrant will just Flappy Bird his way over here and we'll have a big fight. And the Neurothrope's hanging out. Okay. Psychic Face. Broodlord is outside of deny range. He'll just do an interrogation. Amazing. What a fucking guy.
Again, go.
Every time. Just every time. Roll a 10. The Zoanthrope Squad here. It's going to hit the Locust Destroyer. Will smite. I guess from... oh, this guy's out of coherency. Sorry. I guess we're out of 4+ range, which is probably fine. I guess we do it from the dude in the back.
Okay.
Super. Just blows up the Locust, right? Minimum 4. Good job, team. This... I guess the... everything else goes into the Transcendent, unfortunately for me. Which is fine. So this Zoanthrope unit will smite on a 10. So just phase caps the Transcendent Catan.
Okay.
Okay, and then the Hive Tyrant. Oh, he's equidistant now, actually. So he'll just do smites and they'll go into the Plasmancer. So here's a smite. Does that go off? It would be 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it does. on 7.
Mm-hmm.
You can deny with TSK if you want.
It's only what else?
He has a Psychic Scream, yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm just gonna give it a try here.
There it is.
Okay, there we go.
I might as well. I could cast the -1 to wound now. Which I will do. No, I'll cast the Smite. Or I'll cast the Psychic Scream. It goes off on 11 onto the Plasmancer. Would be cool if that was the other way around. 1 did Mortal Wound. Got him. Okay. It is time for shooting.
So Venom Cannons.
For the Venom Cannon phase. Yep. So these guys are going to shoot this dude. We see the Transcendent with 2 guys. I wasn't really thinking about it.
Seems about
No,
right,
if I think we just shoot everything at the Locust Destroyer.
Okay.
So they did advance, so they're going to be -1. So the cannon, 2 shots on 4s. Oh, spicy meatball, 2 wounds, AP3. Take that, Locust Destroyer.
Lovely.
Oh,
Please
oh,
allow
there
for
you
2
go.
wounds.
And then the little guns. Well, good thing we were real ones.
Oh, right from yeah.
Oh. No, just 1, maybe 2.
Okay, so 4 up. 5 up. That's fine.
All right, fair enough. We tried.
L
Tyranid Prime will shoot the Doom Scythe. 2 shots on 3s. Oh, sad. Sad.
Yep.
The other guy, he could kill it, so we'll try. We'll shoot the Doom Scythe. No, that sucks. Unfortunate. Just 1 AP3. He was +1 to a hit, so he was hitting on 3s.
Yep,
2 damage. Yeah, it sucks. That was really unfortunate on turn 1. I didn't kill that guy. Alright. It is time to charge. And I will do so. Yeah, no more shooting at all, right? Yeah, the Tyrant will charge the Transcendent Catan.
Okay.
Boop. Okay. Sure. I don't really want to deal with this Plasmancer, to be honest. So I think I just go like this. Yep, can we get out of range? Maybe we can't. Is your base smaller than 2 inches?
Okay. You do have more claws in this guy.
I do.
Okay. So there's nowhere they can kill this guy.
I'm gonna impact attack him once I complete my charge. Yeah, I can't get out of the heroic intervention. I'm sad that you survived, Plasmancer. If you want to intervene, that's okay. Does he have an invuln save?
They do not, no. They're just a 4-up save with a T4.
Alright, well, here's the impact attack. Don't.
Sorry, you're going with the. That's the end of your charges, or?
So when he completes the charge, I'm gonna do Thunderous Impact, or whatever it's called.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just hope I don't roll a 1, because if I do, it's like super shady. Cool.
Well, you were the one.
Probably GG.
Well, that's me being idiot, but you rolling a 1.
Yeah,
it all
fair
equals
enough.
out.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I wouldn't normally go for like the 1 in 6, but I'm getting shit on right now. So not killing this guy on turn 1 was like super bad. So do you want to intervene?
I do actually, because that allows me to get onto the. He's currently, what is he? 2.4. So if I go 3 inches here.
Yeah.
He's. Oh, wait. Can I get a bit further back? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's like. This is okay. That's definitely not 2.4. It's just outside of engagement range.
Okay.
So that's like 1 point something.
Sure.
So he will just go here.
Yeah. So I will pile in. And then attack. I won't spend extra stuff. I'll bet 2 into him and then everything else at the Transcendent.
Took down everything else adjustments.
Yep.
Cool.
So the little into the Plasmancer, or the big attacks, 2 big attacks on the Plasmancer. 2 hits, 6 explodes. You get killed a bunch of times.
He's
and resurrect him.
Yep. So he's dead.
Yep.
Just going to pay the CP to
Yep.
resurrect him in a 4-up.
Yeah, it's end of phase, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And then. Yeah, I can't bounce him off if I'm not on it, unfortunately. So just everything into the. Oh, I guess that is my consolidate, but I do have to roll out into the Catan first. So big swings. It should be 4. 2s. Rerolling 1s. 6s explode. Rerolling all of my fails. All those on your invuln.
Yeah, you know what? If I'm just going to have. We're gonna roll for 4. Oh, so close.
Yay.
Yeah, go.
Take phase
He
cap.
just takes his wound cap.
Yep. Alright. And then I will. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I do here now. Because.
Whichever way I would resurrect it would always be the objective.
Yeah, so we'll probably just
can we
base
just
that guy.
quickly get this? Yeah, quickly just get this guy out, just in case.
And then you punch me, I guess.
Yep, 5 attacks.
Oh, I didn't even cast my Northrop. That's awkward.
Hitting on 2s and wounding on 5s. 2 invulns.
First one goes through. I will reroll. Should have catalysted. No, take it still. How much damage?
Damage will be 5.
Sure. Second one saves.
Okay.
Down to 7.
So you based me with your consolidation?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And then I guess just roll that dude.
Yep.
If the plasma comes back. On a
this is exciting. This is exciting. This is a high level stream.
Very exciting.
Watch me roll a 4.
Yay! We're both bad at triggering our strats. Look at us go.
Yeah, it was worth a try to get the hope more.
Yeah, I mean, I agree for sure. Definitely take it.
So cool.
Yeah. So that is my turn. Oh, I should have gotten 2 banners at the start of the turn, and then I got the interrogation. Your guy didn't die, which is very sad. The other guy didn't die, which is also sad. So we're just gonna get shit on. All right, back to you.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
Protocol
started the game. That was weird.
We're gonna have Eternal Guardian, which is going to be Overwatch and 5-ups.
Yep.
Guys.
Oh, that was so unlucky, chat.
In the command phase, we will have. Just quickly heal these.
What a brutalization of a turn. So I think, I mean, this Hive Tyrant's going to get killed by shooting, and then I think we just call the game, unfortunately. There's no way to win from here. Right. Because he's going to get an 8. I mean, I guess I can push for a 12 on bottom round 5. I don't get imperatives anymore. We'll call it Neurothrop, but the Tyrant is going to die.
That is pretty doable.
And then he just...
That should be doable. It can be done.
He just scores out his secondaries and I lose. Yeah. Don't think there's anything we do from here.
You can just be over here.
I can't kill the
screen, just in case.
Deceiver anymore.
We got diced so hard this game, chat, unfortunately.
Minus with a hit or anything like that? Anything you can give him? Turning of rerolls?
No, he's just a guy.
No. Just a guy.
Yeah.
Just T7 with
yeah, if they ever leave the Tyrant Guard, you like honestly might as well like not even roll out attacks. I don't think I've ever had a Hive Tyrant fail to overrun and survive the next turn. Like I got one killed by like 3 Eradicators at like max range. They were just like 6 shots. You're dead. And I'm like, okay, well, fair enough.
That's the way of the 4-up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay 1 CP to swap out Falling Stars on Eddie because he's gonna be around a bit longer, and we're gonna get a second and then Mata in.
So I think if we had killed the Transcendent here and pushed back, right, and if this Doomsize had died any of the times that I shot at it, I think we're in a playable like game state because I still have the Hive Tyrant. I've removed the big threat to the Hive Tyrant. He can start killing my Zone Thropes, but Like, Hive Tyrant has a non-zero chance of tanking TSK with Catalyst, and so we can put a bunch of smites into TSK, turn his little guys off, and then charge him with the Hive Tyrant, get punched, and then kill TSK, and then we're like in a pretty okay position. But I think from here we just die, unfortunately. So I think like a combination of going second in this matchup, which makes it like sort of impossible, and then having some below average dice has kind of hurt. I did have some lucky stuff. Obviously, the Warriors surviving was pretty good. Like, the Warriors being kind of tanky was good, but that's what they do. But it is what it is. Because I can get 8 this turn, so I'm at 52. I can advance and put a bomb down with the Broodlord. That's if the Broodlord survives. But then I can't. And I guess I could like interrogate with the Neuro on the Transcendent, so he's out of deny range. So we can try to max Psychic and Tarot. If we get a 32 on prime, or yeah, 32 on primary, we've cut him to 16. We've probably cut him to 24. So we're up 8, but we're down on secondaries really hard. I might get 10 on banners. So I'll be down 5 on... If he goes... He should get all... He should get 20, 30, 39 on secondaries. Then I should get... I don't think I can maybe get 2 more Bring It Down this game, because the Hive Tyrant's going to die. So I'd get 7, 22, 32. So if I max... Or if I score out 32 on primary and cut him down to 0, maybe we have a chance. It's really low, though. In fairness, too, if the Hive Tyrant gets killed by TSK, he can fight on death, and he might be able to kill him. Which would be cool.
He would just get over here. We're gonna try the Locust Heavy Destroyer. Maybe he hits something. Don't think the other one can do anything useful without really being too much of a risk.
If Tyrant... If he has to kill the Tyrant in melee with Silent King and he fights on death, and I get the Silent King, which is actually not super unlikely because I do have +1 attack right now. So it's 7 attacks through full rerolls. I'd have to convert 5 of them though to feel happy. So it's not great. But I can also like direct smites into him.
We're not gonna get the last machineries anyway. Yeah. Okay, so let's go into Pseudo Psychic. Alex still exists. He can just do his stuff. We will do Falling Stars on the 4 warriors.
Yeah, well, he'll just fail to kill the Hive Tyrant.
At his drops.
Hive Tyrant just like blows up a Catan by himself.
So starting with the 4 surviving warriors and 3. Yes, they take 3 models.
Please stop. Yeah, I will take 1, sir.
These guys have Catalyst?
No, it was just Neurothrope imperative this turn.
Oh, okay,
you're
in
the bottom.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And get a 5 up against mortals. Yeah, I have that and fall back and charge are my only 2 left. Oh, I guess light cover. I could take light cover.
Shit.
Super
then
strong.
Then it's gonna the 22. No,
it's a Maw-Claw Flyrant chat.
Yes. They take 2 models.
This is on the Zoanthropes?
The Zoanthropes closed.
The Zoanthropes. Yes.
Yeah.
I will take 2 mortals.
You will take 2 models.
I will do it.
Okay. Righty. And then it's going to do Antimatter Meteor.
Mm-hmm. You're going to roll 1. No!
Nope. 3 models on the Tyrant.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. We're getting there. Then we're going to go over to Eddie, who's going to do Antimatter Meteor.
Forgetting to cast my Catalyst is going to...
Yep. 3 mortals on the Tyrant.
God, you shouldn't be able to fucking double cast. That's so stupid. I'm so mad now. The rulebook says you can't. But no, we can.
Okay, that should be doable at this point. That should be something we can do. Then it's going to do Transdimensional Thunderbolt against Western Zone Traps here. On a 2+. Yes, you take
I shouldn't
D3.
complain. I have
You
zone
take 1.
tropes.
These people here.
Oh, I gotta roll it. Yep. I will take it. Yep.
Cool. Then on a 4+ on the Brute Lord. Nope. And a 4+ on the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, still take a mod. Take some model.
Yep. So.
Let's
Cool.
send down to 1. Perfect. That is the end of Psychic. I do need a charge reroll, potentially. Then we're gonna go into shooting. The King probably has the least useful targets. We have 1 guy and 2 wounds.
Right. Well, at least he has to charge. So Tyrant now.
Going to shoot into this zone trap unit here. Yep. So 3 shots with the Scepter. Hitting on 2s. Reroll the 1. Okay. Wounding on 4s. Nope. And nope. Lovely. Yep. Okay, let's get over to the side here. Picture in picture. Come on, buddy.
No double cast on smite.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Here we are. 9 shots with the Scepter.
I mean, I do have 2
Stuff.
Zenthrop units. They can each cast smite one time.
3 rolling 1s, and then on 4s. 6 wounds.
Hiya. Take 3.
Text. These guys.
Yeah.
And when it spills over, okay, that was the King. Then we're gonna go with this Annihilation Barge here. We're gonna do the. He's not on the objective, is he?
Yeah, he's not on the terrain.
Yeah, it's not on the terrain. Cool. So we're gonna put everything, simply everything, into the zone traps here.
Sure.
So 2 wounds. Yeah, starting with the Gauss Cannon. This one hits on 2s. And wounds on 4s. Get in there. Just 1.
Good.
Yep. Loves it. Tesla. Reloading. Okay. Well, what do you got? Out of 4s. 6 wounds. Okay, well, that's what you got, I guess. And 2 speed over. 6 wounds. So this one would. 1 was on 2 wounds.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they have 4 wounds. Don't ban me. Don't ban me. Yeah. Obviously, they have 4. Team South, we're gonna put the big gun into the zone trap here, and we're gonna put the Tesla.
Yeah, we might just actually be dead, Chad.
Just gonna
I had big plans to not be dead,
I
but
don't
we
really
might
want to
just
hope
be
we
dead
get him, but I also really want to remove zone traps.
if everyone just dies.
So let's quickly do the other thing first. No, I do need to potentially. Yeah, we're gonna shoot the big gun into the zone trap, and the. If I remove this one, yeah, let's just see. So we're gonna put the Tesla into the zone trap here. So the Tesla into the 2 zone trap unit. Hitting on 3s. Reloading. For 13. Running on 4s.
I like that they took
7.
full rerolls off of like repulsors and then just gave it back to Necrons.
Takes 4 more. So 1 down to 3 wounds. Okay. And then we have the 3 shots with the big gun.
What a time.
Oh,
What a
sorry.
good time.
Yeah, doesn't matter. That was the. Yeah, that was the Doom stuff. Yeah, forget it. He's sitting on. Yeah, he's sitting with 3s anyway. What am I even doing? My God, should go to bed. Hitting on 3s into the 1 surviving guy.
Mm-hmm.
2. Yeah, we're gonna quickly take a look here. Nope. Nope. Okay.
Yay.
Transhuman being really good. Who would have thought? These people here. We're gonna put the Gauss Cannon into the surviving warrior, and the Tesla goes into the zone drop. The surviving guy, home objective.
How does this floor work? Can you shoot me with this guy?
Why wouldn't I?
Because you pass over the terrain.
Well, I mean the obscuring is it's an arrow terrain. It's just the rune here. Like the ruin is a ruin.
Right, but the top wall is longer than the bottom wall. Like, I don't know how that works.
I honestly don't know either. I would have basically assumed that the top here would have been its own footprint, and you basically have this one for the bottom and this one for the top.
Yeah. I guess
I mean,
that's fine. I mean, you'd probably you would just like scooch over. Yeah. Actually, you might be able to see me anyway. It is something to keep in mind for the.
Yeah, it's an interesting question actually.
Yeah.
Never asked for someone before. My game, so well done. So into the guy, hitting on 3s, rerouting, and then ruining a 4s. I need 1-4. Okay, that's 3 4s minus 3.
Right.
So super dead. Lovely. We finally got him. Took us a while, but here we are. Then we have 10 shots with the Tesla into the zone drop. Hitting on 3s. Rerouting for 12. Running on 4s. For 5 4-ups. Okay.
Okay, here's 3. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
Okay. Okay.
CP it.
Okay.
Sure. These dice, man. This has been brutal.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Those zone drops have just turned very brutal. Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought I had a
that
chance
makes
here,
me feel a
Chad,
lot
but we
safer with my
probably
life choices.
could have like called it.
That means I
Fuck
basically
me.
just have one Locus Save Destroyer who can shoot into a 1-wound warrior. So let's just do that.
Yeah,
He's
thanks,
gonna be
Chad.
hitting
That was
on
brutal.
3,
I felt like
and 4.
I feel like 9 out of 11 4-ups right
They
there.
didn't have the best game so far. Oh yeah, and then of course we do have the second guy. Second guy shooting into the
It's really
people.
tilting. It sucks with this
Might
game.
as well
Like
give it a try. We rolled a 1.
we had a chance. We had a
Okay.
chip and a chair here,
Can I
Chad,
wound?
but it sucks. That
No.
we're just like getting diced
They
out.
just flat out refused to work.
At least the locusts aren't doing damage. That's
Okay,
nice.
So that's my shooting done. Then we're just gonna go into charges.
Yeah.
We're gonna put the
To be fair,
Deceiver
Tesla's
first
like the
into
perfect
tower,
profile to shoot zone throps with.
Needing a 4. Up. So 5 and 9. Okay. So you will go. You can. I'd rather you have to charge the king as well. So we are simply going to go like this here. And then I'm gonna have the king. Going into him. The 12, yeah, I mean, that will do. That will do the trick. Then I am... how much CP do you have left?
2.
2. Oh, that's a bit awkward. So probably... he would have to go through here. Yeah, should have done it a bit differently with the deceiver. Can I even consider it through there? Don't think I can. Well, that's me being an idiot. What can you do? Cool. So we're gonna go with the king. And shoot the tyrant. Gonna start with the small stuff. 6 attack with the scepter, hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s, reloading. Okay, 3 wounds in the envelope. 2 damage.
Oh, so he just dies.
Okay.
I might fight with him. And I think that I do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put Kicky Feet here. And do we just try to like dice out Silent King? Yeah, I think that is what we do, honestly. As mad as it feels. If we... Does killing him matter, though? At the end of the day? I guess he's worth 3 points, right? Because he's like a big dude. How does that secondary work now? is worth 3 points.
He's worth 3 points himself.
Yeah, so I guess we try to just dice him out. So kicky feet over here, big swings over here.
Okay.
So the kicky feet into the dude guy. 2 hits. Not exploding anymore. I reroll my wound rolls. 2 wounds.
Okay.
Take one. Take another one.
Well, that one's penalty.
Easy peasy. And then the big ones into the Silent King. Reroll my 1s. Wish my 6s exploded. 3s. Rerolling. All that.
Yep, lovely.
Good
So
conversion, Mr. Tyrant. I
how
appreciate you.
you have 1 CP left. Let's just quickly. We're fine. We're fine. We're not fine. It's fine so far. We're not fine. You know what? I'm just gonna spam my CP here.
Sure.
Try to keep him alive. Okay. So it takes 3. Takes 6 damage.
Yep. Oh, might have been worth it on to hit the Transcendent, to be fair.
He is trying to move past his arms, but he collided in the way. So he will just have to go as far as he can. Because like I said, not the smartest tool in chat. But we are fine in the end. It will work out just well. Then we just activate with the Deceiver, who just wants to protectively. Yep. Protectively.
I think the Transcendent's on 2. Because he was on 4 at the start, right? And he just took 2
Oh,
damage.
sorry. I thought they did 2 damage.
No, yeah, the Talons are just 1.
Okay, so yeah, that case he's in 2.
Yeah.
Cool. He's just gonna get a bit closer here.
Kill Silent King and have him blow up, yeah. Yeah, I needed that. If my opponent
that's a
blanked
very
the save
doable
roll there, that would have been really
case.
good. But I
So,
don't think that was not enough damage
I
for
don't
it to make a
think you can
difference.
manipulate seeing the king without seeing him as well. Maybe if you get a really long advance over there. You know what? That's fine. We're just gonna be here. Just touching the objective, and that's the end.
Okay.
I will score 3 points for treasures and 3 points for purge.
And that. Cool. So I will. I don't think I can't siphon anymore because my dude's in the middle died. I was supposed to have a hive siren here. What happened to that? That was weird. So we'll just siphon on him. He'll just siphon on himself.
Yeah. I'll be back in just a second.
Yep. This is locked. This we need to not lose. Which we would lose with a charge, basically, is what would happen. So we'll just keep the Neurothrope on it, I think. There's not real... I mean, I guess, like... No, because if the Neurothrope moves forward, he's a charge target, and it makes that charge with the Obsec guy easier. So what we want to do is just stand in the back. Keep these guys out of it. I just want to maintain this banner as long as possible. Put this dude on the objective and banner it. To force something to happen. And then if he needs to shoot there, we'll just shoot there. Broodlord will... Yeah, this guy could interrogate if we're not casting anything cool. So I guess we'll just make that the plan. Just get a really good interrogation. Okay, I think the Broodlord just peels out and hides because we need him. So this dude will advance. That banner will not matter, right? Because he'll just put 2 models in the objective. But whatever. 4. So he's going to go here. So his smite goes there. And hopefully he kills that guy. We have a gunshot if that doesn't work. These guys just have rerolls to wound now. They will just stand in a place where they can shoot him if they want to. And then we can always shoot the Doom Scythe if we want to do that too. Okay. So basically this is the line. So that would be 3 guys. I was looking at them. So this last guy, we either get to pick whether or not we're inside the or behind the dents, or I guess he can be here because he'll die if the unit gets shot at. So it's fine. Okay, I feel good about that. Broodlord will just peel out. I think he wants to be here. Actually, let's roll an advance roll for him. 2, so we can go 10. So I don't think I can get back behind here. I was here. No, that's sad. Oh, we should both be on 1 CP now. I don't know why the tracker's busted. Okay. So we'll call that a movement phase. Can this Broodlord see that guy? Guess he could shuffle over to see him. Does it matter? Not particularly. Oh my god. TTS, why are you like this? Just gonna be here. I have no idea if I can see that Catan shard from there.
Think tiny bit further.
Yeah. I guess I could just like rotate myself, right, with my extra movement, so that I'm poking my big claws out.
Yeah, if you have extra movement, like from just going from his outstretched hand, he just goes through this line basically.
Okay, yeah, so I probably can't and be there, but it's fine. I'd rather be here than I don't know if I particularly need this might. All right, let's do psychic phase. So he's gonna do a banner action, and he'll probably just break it because it won't matter unless it somehow does, and then it would be amazing. All right. So the psychic phase, the Neurothrope is going to do an interrogation. Look at me go.
Well, GP it is.
Boop. This Zoanthrope is going to smite. Give me your point. Ooh, on an 11.
Oh, that's an 11.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to... You still have the Broodlord here. We could do some stuff. I am going to spam my CP in order to do the 4-up, you know. Come on, keep him alive. Yay!
That sucks. Alright. That's my psychic phase. Shooting. These warriors will shoot him. This guy can't see anybody, but these 3, we should be able to see through this line right here.
Yeah. That's fine.
So the little guns, these miss. I reroll my 1s to wound. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Explode. Do they explode?
Oh. Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. Lovely. Cool. The other deceiver takes 2 mortals
Amazing.
Okay. Okay, come on.
Truly incredible.
King takes 2. Lovely. Fantastic.
Cool. All right. I don't think that this banner is going to matter very much because you're just going to put 2 guys in the objective and then make it go away. So I'm just going to shoot this Doom Scythe with Tyranid Prime.
Okay.
Although we could shoot Deceiver and face cap him, and then he just heals immediately, so it doesn't matter. Yep. All right. Here we go. Does it matter? Because if I put him down to, if I'd wound him, he'd have 7 next turn. And then I would have to smite, do 3 in shooting, and then I could kill him in melee, maybe. Feels like kind of a bad proposition, though. The other alternative is do 3 to a Doom Scythe. No, that's fine. He'll just shoot the Doom Scythe. He's gonna kill it, ready? It's gonna be awesome. 2 shots, could happen. 2 hits. Is the dream alive?
Oh.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Just
I'm gonna CP that. I'm gonna CP that. Absolutely. Let's go, boyo. Damn it, what the fuck?
sucks. No, sucks too.
My dice this game.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, dude. Alright, well, that's my turn. Yeah, you're up.
So, I would just
What the fuck, chat? I'm getting diced so fucking hard right now. I'm trying. I'm playing out of my goddamn mind.
Bottom bracket. Anyone else damaged? Oh, you're dead.
That's like at the point where you're just like,
Go back to full. Because why not?
nothing I can do.
So this doesn't matter.
I lost an entire Zothropede. It's like 2 Tesla shots. This Doom Scythe has survived every attack I've made against it. I'm just rerolling 1s into 1s like constantly here. Whatever, man. So I need the Broodlord to survive, basically. If the Broodlord survives here, we 12. We could get a 12-point primary, or he could just push for a an action in the middle. And we can max our interrogation, get 2 more banners.
Put the Doom Scythe back in full bracket.
Put the Doom Scythe back in full bracket.
Just fly him over there.
To be like my game on Friday against Kid Crew was like I rolled kind of nuts, so I think I'm like paying karmically for it. I just wish that the dice had been flipped.
I very much doubt it.
Doom Scythe sponsored by Nokia. Drop that thing off a fucking building and it's fine. Oh my god, chat. Incredible. If I'd killed that would have been so good, dude.
How far does the Broodlord move?
He's base 8. Yeah.
So yeah. Is there any way you can advance into an action?
Yes.
Oh.
With the Broodlord, specifically. He just does that.
Oh, okay. So what you're telling me is that basically I can't let the Broodlord get into the objective here.
You can. It's very easy to do so, and I encourage you to.
Alrighty. Where do we want to go? Probably go into here. Antimatter into you over here. So you might as well just go over here.
Oh man, chat. This has been a good game. I was salty about the getting shot and stuff earlier, and I think that sort of sunk it.
Meaning that you're closer to the zone.
Certainly made me have to try way harder than my opponent, I think. But we did our best. We did our best.
Do that unless we're insanely lucky.
So ops up 10 right now. I think Ancient Machineries is capped. Treasures will max, right?
You just go.
I always forget which objectives max at 12 versus 15. Treasures will max, yeah.
Just in case, maybe they get through your.
Purge will also get 14, so he'll
can
get.
He go back into an action? The Broodlord?
He cannot. No, I don't believe so. I think it's only advance.
Okay.
Let's take a look. Oh, he can action and fall back.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, that has never been relevant, but yeah, it is good.
Yeah, I mean, cool. Yeah.
Might be relevant now. Who knows?
Well, lovely. We're just gonna park a Doomsat next to him.
Okay. Well, he's gonna survive the Doomsite attack. So you should be at 1 CP, right?
Should be at 1 CP, but I spent 1 to put the Doomsat.
Oh, you spent it at the top, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Just
CP tracker was like bugging out earlier, so I had to do it manually.
Oh. No worries. Cool. I'm just gonna have this guy go over into your territory and just plant a bomb.
Oh, he's got a bomb too.
Just gonna use this here for a bomb.
God, this army-wide obstacle is so stupid. I'm so mad. That's dumb.
Or does it have? Can never remember. Does it have to be? Wholly within 3 inches. Yeah. It just have to be. It just has to be within the territory. So just gonna plant one here.
Yeah.
There. And then the only question is, how the hell do you do anything useful from here? Let's take a quick peek through like this line here. Okay. So I guess if you just turn yourself like this, would you be able to do some Tesla? You would, but you're also probably not going to do a whole lot, are you? Yeah, so he's just holding the objective, shooting into that, taking out that.
Just convince my opponent to use the average value instead of dice for sure.
Guard here. How many attacks do Tyrant Guard have? Okay,
there's 3 base, and then they get +2 from their little silent talents.
Yeah, so we should be able to survive too if we get the rest done.
Yeah. If you kill my like smites and stuff, and TSK doesn't care, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's true, chat. That is the way of the future for sure.
Shooting? No, not really. So if you unlock that, yeah, you still character protected, sadly. Cool. So let's give this a try. We're gonna start the with Eddie. It's gonna do anti-matter meteor. Yeah, 3 mortal wounds on the zone trap. And then he's gonna do trans-dimensional thunderbolt. That would go off. I don't think I can. I don't really want to go into these people because otherwise he's not doing anything. And he's probably gonna do more. I can't target this one, so we're just gonna put it into the prime. Prime takes 1 mortal. Cool. Prime takes a mortal. Cool. That's Eddie phase done. Then we're gonna go into shooting, starting with the annihilation barge in the back.
Phase.
The Eddie phase, yeah. We're just gonna go into this warriors.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s. Yeah.
I'll -1 damage them.
Is it? Okay. So 10 shots with the Tesla. Hitting on 3s.
I don't think I need that much CP the coming turn. I probably just need 1 to reroll in advance if I need it.
Then wounding on 4s, of course, and 3 of these.
Oh my god.
10 wounds, 4 ups.
5,
5 damage.
You're dead, and then 1 guy is wounded.
Okey-doke. So that's him done. Going to do the heavy destroyers into the bootload. You will have to hit sometime.
You also we also have to convince my opponents to stop rolling high.
One day.
Yay.
Other one.
Stay strong, guys.
Rerolling himself. Yes. Can I get the wound?
No.
I do not.
Get out of here. Too strong. Too strong for you.
Oh, the horror. Okay, at that point it's actually pretty unlikely that I will be able to. With a 2-inch engagement range for him, yeah, we can block that, and he will be here. So you would need... No, so we can block you from raising a banner here. So what does it really matter? Gonna put the... Yeah, I can't kill both targets. Give this a try. Yeah, this angle to these people.
Yep.
Gonna give it a try with the king.
Okay.
See what do we do. You're -1 damage. So yeah, going into the scepter.
Cool.
Hitting on 3s because of dents.
Yeah.
Yep. Reloading. Come on, there, buddy. Okay. And on a 4. 1 wound goes straight through. -3.
That's 2 damage, right?
2 damage, yeah.
Cool.
And then we have 9 shots with the staff. Hitting at 3s, reloading. Okay, and wounding on 4s. 2 wounds -2.
Take 2.
Takes 2. Okie doke. That one might as well just try the Doomscythe. Doomscythe is going to put the Tesla into the Warrior, and we're going to put the big guns into the Bootlord.
Yep.
Maybe if we get lucky. So, do the 10 shots into the Warrior, hitting on 3s because of dents, and reloading. Okay. 9 hits. Wounding on 3s. 4s. 5 wounds. Whoops.
I will roll some. I'll just roll some together. No, he's dead.
Yeah, so that. Then we have the 3 shots into the Bootlord. Hitting on a 2, and then wounding on a 4. Let's see.
Yay! Best day ever.
That's you, man. I hate you. Then I'm just going to do the
Stop
kill.
moving my guys around.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Mine too. King going into prime. With the charge roll. So, yeah.
Yes.
Just go. Yeah.
Don't worry,
wanna make
Prime.
sure-
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
You'll be okay.
Just want to make sure that we have this this angle here.
Yep.
So we can block with the engagement.
Yep.
Cool. So we would have 4 attacks.
I might minus some damage you here too. Let me think about it for a little bit.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you got 40 minutes to think about, so
Yeah. Yeah.
you'll be fine.
Yeah. It's just like a question of whether I need 2 CP next turn. I don't think I do. I don't have that many models left. And whether or not this guy surviving actually means anything. Which is not, it's not a lot. No, I'll just eat it. It's fine. Just roll it out.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So 4 attacks with the scythe. 4 hits. Wounds on 4. Reloading. These -4, 3 damage.
Okay, so he just dies. Yep, that wouldn't have even minus 1 damage wouldn't have helped. It would have been dead anyway.
Yeah.
It's just only
So
2 damage. It really
Yeah,
matters.
just a work range and blocking.
Yep.
Kind of stuff.
Yep.
The bullet isn't dead, so we still only get 3 points for purge. And then we have 3 points for treasures.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. So I will get. I get nothing at the start. Yeah, you're at 78. So if I 12, and also get an interrogation, I get 2 banners at the start actually, and then I'll get 2 banners at the end. Those are locked. So I would need to get. I can't do a. And I should be at 2 CP now, right? Yeah, this CP tracker's like a mess. Whatever. You're at 1 and I'm at 2. I would need to get a bring it down to die, basically. Which is hard. If this guy had died in one of the many turns I shot at it, it would have been amazing. So basically, I'd need to get these Tyrant Guard here, I think. Because they would die against the Silent King. And then maybe the Broodlord survives against the Silent King. It feels unlikely. Or the Broodlord just goes to do objective, bomb in your deployment zone. And these guys get over here. That's functionally the same. But then I don't have any way to do damage. So I wouldn't get any bring it downs. Or it's like, yeah. So I think it's at like literally. I think the gameplay is literally that we interrogate. I have to kill him with a smite. And then have the Broodlord on the center objective and not die to the Silent King.
Yeah, there are currently 2 models. There's the Deceiver, who's touching the objective.
Is he? Because he cannot be inside the building and touch the objective.
Oh, crap. Okay, misjudged that.
Also, the Broodlord is 5 models OBSEC, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, it's 5 million.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And
cool.
in fact, it's actually like way better if Seamer's on the objective, right? Because then I just charge him, and he's like way worse at killing me than Silent King is.
Yep, lovely.
Which might be the game plan anyway, because I can charge to. I don't know if I can fit in here and not engage Silent King. I don't know. We can figure it out. So I think literally I have to kill him with a smite and get these guys on this objective, is what it looks like to me, which seems really bad. I have to roll a 3 damage smite on that guy. Is the only way that I did not lose the game. And he... Oh, he has Psychic Scream. I have 2 shots at it. Yes. All right. So that's maybe okay. I can't... I don't have any... I could spend 2 CP to get this Neurothrope all of the buffs, and then I could interrogate with the Broodlord, but your deny is really better against him. All right, so I think the first order of business is to get these Tyrant Guard onto this objective, which I need a really high advance roll for, unfortunately. So here we go. Good start. Just fumble the dice. That will not do it. So we have to reroll that. And if we flub this, it doesn't matter what happens. Yeah. Come on. Yay, we did it. All right. Step 1 of the plan is a go. All right. Step 2. This dude is literally just fine. He's outside of your 4+ range. You can do a regular deny against him, but you can't do the 4+ deny. Broodlord now has to move 8 inches over here, just so that he's closer to this thing than he is Eddie. So something like that. Then Broodlord has to kill that guy with smites. Here's a smite. It's an 8.
That's an
What do you got, Silent King? Oh yeah, 9 with the +1.
Yeah. So yeah, then. So I would need a 10. Try that. Nope. And then we spend the speed. And a 4-up. Come on, don't let the game come down to a 4-up roll.
Do it.
Too excited. There we are.
It's a 9. Alright. So then I have to spend a command point to cast Psychic Scream.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Oh, I wish that was the smite. This happens every time. I always roll the super smite on the Psychic Scream and a regular number on the smite. So I have to roll a 3 now on this D3. You ready? It's gonna happen. I deserve this. This Doom Scythe deserves to be dead after all of the attacks I've made against it. Oh no!
Oh come on!
Incredibles.
Wasn't lovely. Oh, lovely.
Insane. All right, Neurothrope interrogates over here. And then this Broodlord has to get on this objective somehow. All right, here we go. No CP this time, unfortunately, but we do get our points. Yep. And then the Broodlord charges.
Sure.
So if we charge Eddie... Oh, this is unlocked now. That's awkward. Let's not do that and fly our models around. If we charge Eddie, I don't believe that there's any way... Oh, I'm just going to copy him. If I charge into here, I am... Yeah, getting heroically intervened. So I'd have to be like here to not deal with Silent King's chicanery, which is 0.7 away. And then I'd have to end a consolidate 0.7 away. So there's 3.1. And then I would have to be here, which is like way farther back. So I actually don't think there's a way to get on without dealing with Silent King. Unless I'd get a big enough charge roll to go like all the way around.
Let's see.
If I went like...
I mean, you got 2 out of 3 victory conditions so far.
I know, like so far we're doing well. We could like push for like a charge to here, and then go 3 and 3. No, I'm still gonna be engaged by him. Yeah, I actually think there's literally no way to do this without touching Silent King. which was your intention. So that's good. So do we just charge Silent King?
Alright.
And tank all of his attacks.
If you survive.
If I survive, I win.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no other way, right? I guess the other way would be to roll like a fucking wild charge and go like here.
Just roll a 10.
Yeah, just like a 10-inch charge, and then pile in to here. That would do it. With no reroll. Had to spend my double cast. Had to spend all my rerolls already. What is that charge? So I'd have to end, in order to not be within 1 inch of Silent King at the end, I'd have to end probably like there. Oh my god. TTS is being the worst today. I'd have to end here, which is 1.7 from Eddie. So I have to probably end my charge like 1.8 from him and through the terrain, which is literally right there. Okay. Yeah, it's probably something like this. Oh my god.
7. Back here. Yeah, you have to be 1.8, so that.
Is that actually possible? Actually, I'm not sure it's possible, actually, because this melee engagement range doesn't pass through the terrain. Just kidding.
That's a fair point, yeah.
Just kidding. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so I would, if I was farther, if I was like at 2, still doesn't go through, yeah. That's the downside of these like really narrow terrain pieces, is like the engagement roll gets super wonky, because the width of your base matters, like a ton. So getting punched by just Silent King and not both Silent King and Eddie is much better for me.
It is.
And if I nutso the charge, I can like push bizarre 2-inch engagement rules and then go on this side of the terrain and then go like that and then not get punched. So I think literally we just have to charge Silent King with this Brood Lord.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm sure maybe somebody in the comment section of this VOD will tell me there's like a much better plan here, but I think that's literally all I have. At least we're out of CP to Overwatch, so here we go. Let's raw dog this game state. Survey says... Oh, I nutsoed the charge. Did I do it? Did we get far enough away?
I mean, you fight last anyway.
Oh, it's an engagement range of him, yeah.
Yeah, from the king.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, so it literally doesn't matter. Yes, that's
basically if you survive, you win. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to.
You're right. Yeah, I'm just gonna get OBS and all right, let's fucking fight, dude. Outside 3 of Eddie. Let's go. Let's go. Come at me. I got no rerolls.
You're both out of CP.
We're both out of CP. We're just down to whether or not Transhuman keeps his Broodlord alive.
Okay, so
Scythe. Yes.
All good.
Scythe. Reloading.
I'm gonna you're starting strong.
All right, this is the 3 damage one. Ready?
Yep.
So we slow roll for dramatic effect.
Oh, come on.
Take 3.
Okay, 3 damage.
I'm down to 1.
Took 6 damage, good.
Okay, I immediately die. Fair enough.
Cool.
There you go. All right, so then I get an 8 instead of a 12.
Yeah.
And that's what the game looks like.
Wow. That was
this is
lost.
This friggin' Doom Scythe. This Doom Scythe that died anytime I shot at it. Like, I literally think that changes the whole game. It's silly.
Yeah, I mean, there were a bunch of things, like the one warrior surviving and 1 wound.
The one warrior surviving was good for sure.
That was basically just denying like 5 points.
Yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, I mean, it happens. Like
Yeah.
in the end, they're just a guy.
For sure. Yeah,
But
I also
especially-
think like I feel like I'm like so like wildly on the back foot going second, especially like I got it. I've against the aircraft and redeploys and stuff. I have no way to hide anything, so you just shoot me on turn 1 with like whatever.
Yeah, I mean the problem is if I go into a good angle to actually shoot you, I'm kind of just get shot back. Like that's my problem is on UKTC against you. Is that I
It's just true of
what-
how 40k
whatever
works.
whatever I put into the center will just get double triple smitten by zone tropes and just dies.
Oh
Like,
sure.
nothing
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
yeah,
You can't
nothing that-
you can't fight me one on
I
one, but you shoot like
Yeah.
your shooting does more damage than mine.
As long as I stay away from smites, yeah. It's basically I have to do it like I did. I needed to stack the objective security better. That was my biggest mistake.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then I got lucky with the Ktar and forgetting about the impact. Should have asked. Because it didn't quite need
Yeah,
to be
that
there.
was like super big.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah,
that
because
was-
if the Hive Tyrant kills him, he's just back here, and then suddenly like I have
exactly.
I have another
And-
turn of imperatives, and I have a Hive Tyrant to like clip out
Yeah.
Eddie, and
The-
yeah.
Yeah, so probably stacking the 3 guys in his center was a bit too much. But overall, yeah, this will always come down because I have to play so defensively. Because I'm scared of you.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, the only way I
and
win
so-
is by like basically tabling you, right? And then the only way you win is by not being tabled.
yeah, and kind of vice versa.
So, yeah,
It's a game of killing.
right.
We both just have to dance around because we're basically just dancing around this one ruin here.
For sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah, dude.
Uh,
Yeah, came down to it.
yeah.
We had a chip and a chair there
That
at
was-
the end there.
Yeah, that came down to a couple of throws and
Yeah.
that was cool.
Very exciting
Well,
finish.
Well, lovely. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the score on. And
yeah,
good
go
luck.
for it.
Good luck in the final round.
Cheers, dude. Have a good one.
What? Bye.
Oh, chats. That's too bad. It was a pretty. It would have been wild if that had worked at the end there. That would have been absolutely insane if the Broodlord had. I did do that in the T5 S2 GT. The Broodlord just ate like 1,000 damage and invuln saved it all. Yeah, I don't think there was any better opportunities there. In that turn, that was as good as I could do it. I think it was basically, I mean, that turn arose because the Hive Tyrant won his impact attack, which is too bad, which basically lost me the game. I mean, there's a bunch of little stuff, right? Like going second sucked against, in this matchup, I think it's like sort of, you're super on the back foot going second. So going second was like, unfortunate. The Doomsday surviving so often was unfortunate. It did sort of get made up for, like he said, by the Warriors making a bunch of saves. So that was good. But realistically, with the amount of shooting I put into it, it should have died like two or three times. It's just very unfortunate. And the Hive Tyrant snakesing out was unfortunate too. So I don't know. We got there, chat. We didn't get there, but we got to the end of the game, and it was a good one. I think. Good to give Max a good game because I know he's a very good player, and I was a little bit scared of him, which is fair. So I think that's gonna be it. Let's see if anybody's live to be rated. Yeah, Silent King's just like. Just fails all the invulns on the Broodlord and dies. Incredible. OKR is doing some like train, it looks like. That's cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop off everyone chat. I might be live tomorrow. I'm not sure. Monday's always a weird day to be live. I'd like to play some Chaos Demons. I'm actually 3D printing up some stuff right now to play Chaos Demons in person. I got some little flamer guys, which I like. They're very cool. And yeah, so maybe play some Chaos Demons tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, though, so I'll put it in the stream schedule on the Discord. Otherwise, Tactical Tuesday on Tuesday, and we'll have a lot more competitive games going. Anyway, let's get this raid going, and hope everyone enjoys the remainder of their weekend.